Why, hello there. Well, hello, everyone. How are you today? I'm doing so well. Oh my gosh. Thanks for being here. Let me see. Where are my windows? Where are my windows at? Hello. Okay, now I can scroll. Okay, there we go. What's up, Mama Mephistopheles? Hello. Don't ooh my oh whoa is here. Corpse Candy, T-Rex Dictator. Let's go, Mama Mephistopheles. Is Twitchy Witch? Oh yeah, Twitchy Witch. That's a great name. Hell fucking yeah. Okay. And then Andy's Bends, of course. Welcome in, everybody. We have some news from last week that I've just been stubbornly refusing to talk about that we will get to today. Where? I need this. Colors. What do we want to do something other than yellow today? Do we want like pink or something? I don't know. Pink. Pink is cute. Could do blue. Bitches love blue. What's up, drums? Guess what? I've been studying all the plants that use the rain to distribute the gametes, and it's super interesting. Basically, I'm really into fernology now. Nice. It's Twitchy Witch because I stim so much. Oh my god, I know. I'm just sitting here and my legs are just like flopping around. I'm like sitting on them, trying to. Hello, Igor. What is up, everybody? Okay, my hair is being a little bit ridiculous today. Let's try to get it under control. Getting it under control. Do you think, I don't know, blue is not really hitting it for me today. Oh my god, that pink is so much brighter than the other pink. There's that pink, and then there's this pink. This one's a little bit more low-key. That's probably better. That's fine. I stim with my toes, makes me hate socks. I do. Sometimes I stim with my toes by, sometimes my toes will like twitch in correspondence with the way that I would be typing. Like if I'm like thinking my thoughts in my head and I'm imagining how they would be typed, like my toes are like doing the typing. If that makes any sense. It's super weird. It's a weird stim. Hello, Morgan and Jellerzeller in the YouTube chat. Just watched that convo with Trans Cat Dad. It was so good. Definitely a lot of good actionable advice there. Yeah, I mean, that is one thing about speaking with someone who is directly involved on the ground like that, is that, yeah, it does kind of become a conversation about practicalities because, you know, Oliver is a guy who lives in Missouri and, like, has a trans girlfriend, and they need to get out of there. So, yeah, it, I guess, makes it a little bit easier to focus on those practicalities. What is up? No look at Flash. True, don't look at the Flash. Be good. Hello, Mersh. Oh my gosh, how are we doing today? Yeah, I feel like I'm doing okay. Yesterday I was so salty. Do you ever have that where you're just like, wow, I am so salty today. Everything is fucking annoying. Climbed in me big comfy bed to catch the stream. Need a lazy day. Oh my god, true. I'm like, ugh, not necessarily feeling up to talking about the news and stuff, but I'm like, you know what? I gotta do it anyway, so we might as well. Sight is weird. You were talking about your toes and then the stream ends. It knows that I haven't done, I haven't been paid, like, toes money, you know? I don't post pics of my feet or anything. I don't like, if I ever do a funny thing, my foot is always out of frame, you know? Anyway. Welcome to the website, your fairy friend. Hello. We love it when people join us. Yeah, so if you're hanging out over on the YouTube chat, first of all, hit the like button. That's good to do, hitting the like button, because it's quick and it's free and immediately helps the stream. But you're also welcome to come over to the website chat. Hello, Peanut Butter Blondie. What's up? Lux's little piggies out in the market. Yeah. Today I'm big drained. I gave plasma after exercising, and today I incremented up with my calisthenics. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough, Mama Mephistopheles. Like, obviously, if you absolutely need to be donating plasma, I can't fault you for that. I wouldn't do it on the same day that you exercise. Like, because I'm in the middle of bulking, I'm like trying to gain weight, and I'm not even doing cardio right now because cardio like it's more calorie burning happening. My original intention was to lift 4 days out of the week and do cardio 2 days out of the week. But now I only lift because I'm like, I need those rest days to recuperate my calories partially. And donating plasma would definitely for me, it would be counterintuitive to my goals. Lux is a Bratz doll, but gender neutral. That is a very weird comparison that I've never heard before. Cardio is awful for your cortisol levels. Really? I did not know that. Lux doesn't actually have feet. True, yeah, I cut them off. They don't actually exist. What's up, Vial of Paige over in the YouTube chat? I've never caught a live. I'm in the rewatch crew. Glad to be here. What's up? So good to have you here. Awesome when you get the chance to chill with us. I'm not trying to bulk, just get toned. There's limits on how often you can give, so I try to go as soon as I can, and the rest of the week isn't ideal because I'm moving starting tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't, like, I mean, it just seems like you might be putting your body through a lot of stress if you're exercising and then also having a big deficit by just having your, like, blood drained out of you. TBH Bratz dolls have interesting hair, so I can see it from that angle. I guess. I mean, oh my god, my hair is being ridiculous. This little bump, you see it? It won't go away. Absurd things to complain about. Bratz dolls. Oh, Bratz dolls have removable feet. Is that why we're talking about Bratz dolls? Okay. I have a cortisol issue and they limited me to cardio once a week, plus weightlifting. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, I have POTS, so I don't know how that works with, cardio. Like, I mean, it seems to me like you should do more cardio so that your heart is stronger, but also, like, the basal rate, like, the base heart rate is higher in POTS, so it's, like, kind of, I'm not really sure. They give me back the red blood cells, but I'm definitely drained. Yeah, I think that you were saying before in chat that it's like 400 to 600 calories to recuperate your lost plasma after you donate plasma. And so I'm thinking, like, yeah, if I'm doing my cut in a few months, I'll donate plasma. But even then, I'm like, I actually really hated donating plasma. And I would rather just, instead of spending the time to go to the place to have my blood sucked out of me, I would much rather just, like, spend that time editing videos and doing research for my show. You know, like, the amount of money that I would make versus, like, how much it sucks and the amount of, like, work that I could hypothetically be doing. I have a friend who has POTS and EDS, and they couldn't get her to faint/pass out when she was on the tilt table. I mean, yeah, I've never actually fainted. Well, I kind of sort of fainted once when I was a teenager, but I don't usually, like, properly pass out. My daughter has POTS and celiacs. Oh, that's rough. Bringing direct to vampires in need. I'm a weirdo who doesn't mind needles that much. I do appreciate getting the extra calories to eat. I struggle with keeping under the calorie limit. Yeah, I could see that being a benefit of donating plasma. It's, like, really easy to lose weight. Trout Dealer with the tier 1 sub. If there were 2 guys on the moon and one killed the other with a rock, would that be fucked up or what? I mean, probably. It would be really easy to kill someone with a rock on the moon. All you would need to do is, like, crack their face shield, and then they're gonzo. Gonzo. Let me update the thingamabobber. The stream goal today is Tummy Tuesday. I will show off my tummy for $100. It would be lunacy. I mean, true, your fairy friend. It would truly be lunacy. What's up, celebrity guest? What's up, trans cat dad? Hello, Oliver. Welcome in. Yes. I'm very petite. I've never weighed enough to give plasma. When I was pregnant, they took so much blood samples, and I was so sick. Yeah, it's the thing that bothers me about donating plasma is not necessarily the needles part. First of all, the needle in the vein is more invasive and shitty feeling to me. We've already talked about this before, but it's also the cold in the blood from the saline. I just don't like it. And then I feel like crap all day. Anyway. So I've decided that I'm not poor enough to justify donating plasma. That's what I've determined. I could donate plasma, But I think that for me, it would only be like $35 a week. Unless it's gone up with inflation. But it used to be when I would donate plasma, it would be $20 for the first time that week. And then the second time that week, if I came in twice in 1 week, it would be $15. So I don't know. I weigh a little bit more now. But I think that, yeah, best case scenario, I'm looking at like $40 a week from donating plasma. And I would rather spend the 2.5 hours that it would take to do that each week. I would much rather do that like literally any other activity, like pretty much anything else. That's my secret cap. I always feel like crap. I mean, yeah, but there's degrees of feeling like crap. And there's like kinds of feeling like crap that are like understandable and controllable, and there's other types of feeling like shit where you're just like, wow, this is terminal. Like, I'm gonna be feeling bad until I go to sleep tonight. What are the rules nowadays for donating? There really aren't any. I mean, if a tier, any tier sub or a direct donation through the website, it will join this and become part of the total. Oh, you mean like you couldn't be gay in order to donate plasma? Yeah, I don't know what it is nowadays. I haven't really looked into it in a while. Hello, Paul Hack. What's up? Yeah, so I'm not sure what the restrictions are now. Oh my god, Soyboy says, my friend died for a few minutes while donating plasma. They had to resuscitate her. She's fine now, but damn. What? What the fuck? That is insane. Like, what happened? Like, did her heart just stop beating? Like, what occurred? Hello, Dark Canuck, welcome in. I am, really stressed by the knowledge that you can just, like, die while you're donating plasma. Oh my god. They don't want recent military veterans to donate blood either due to the vaccinations that one is required to take. The survey you do every time asks if you've recently had the kind of sex that is likely to result in HIV exposure. Kind of veiled, but yes, homophobic. Okay, so there is, like, homophobia present. Although it isn't, like, identity-based anymore, I suppose. So technically, I guess my answer would be no. Although it's like, if you're monogamously gay married, like, even if you have butt sex, like, that's not the kind of sex that is likely to result in HIV exposure, right? I mean, if neither of you have it and you're monogamously married, I don't know. I fainted while giving blood, but I didn't die. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know the details. It was before I met her, but yes, I think her heart stopped. Crazy story. She would not make it up, not her style. Oh my god. That's even more reason not to donate plasma, IMO. I just don't want to. I'm just not going to. Thank you. I'm just above the level of poor where I need to fucking donate plasma. The secret ingredient is lying. I mean, yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't. You got to get your money somehow. If you know your HIV status, you aren't a risk, you know. I mean, regardless, we've already talked about this. They test all of the blood for HIV anyway. They test all the plasma. I also fainted when I last tried to donate blood, but I think it's because I hadn't eaten in a few hours. Yes, Foxgloved, you do need to eat before you go donating plasma. You should eat before you get a tattoo. You should eat, like... I did it on a whim. Yeah, that's not a good choice. You shouldn't go donating plasma on a whim. Do I have water? Yes, okay. Good grief. Oh, man. So how was everybody's weekend? Do you bleed when tattooed? Yeah, you do bleed when tattooed. That's like... part of the process is like that they have to constantly wipe away your blood. Eat before you do drugs, too. It depends on the drug, I guess. My Ritalin tells me to eat after I've taken my pill, you know? I felt sleepy sitting there sometimes. Does that count as fainting? Those chairs are pretty ergonomic. Might take a nap. Yeah, I don't think that... You know, you're sat there, you're just, like, not doing anything. You're watching a movie or TV or whatever they've got on the telly. I could see it being kind of relaxing. Excuse me. Had a good weekend. I started my first queer battle vest. Oh, wow, nice. But, I mean, yeah, you're supposed to... Before a lot of these types of procedures, you're supposed to eat... so that your blood sugar doesn't, like, drop. Is a battle vest, like, a thing? Because somebody else said said battle vest in the YouTube chat. I didn't know that this was, like, a pre-existing concept. Oh, it's a metal thing? Okay. Got it. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's like a leather vest with, like, studs and patches and shit. Okay, cool. Battle vest is traditionally those spiked vests you see with band patches, except mine is full of trans and queer patches. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's really cool. Peanut Butter Blondie! With the tier 1 sub, thank you. Weekend was good. Waking up to the firing of Tucker has started the week off beautifully. Yeah, so are there any details about that? We could talk about that as like kind of an opener to this whole stream when we are ready to start talking about serious-ish stuff. Like, did Tucker actually get fired? Like, I know that it was kind of sudden. People are speculating that it was part of the there was some lawsuit that they settled last week or some shit like that. Okay. Hello, Silent. Welcome in. Good to see you. Murdoch just kicked him, pretty sure. The Dominion lawsuit, right. So... yeah, I haven't looked super into this because I don't usually talk about Tucker Carlson on the show. Like, very rarely do we talk about this fucking idiot, so I had not queued this up as part of the show today, but we could. Go into a little bit of detail. Do a little segment. Cable TV just got better. I mean, I'm curious to see what kind of result that's gonna have on, like... political conversations in America, like with no Tucker Carlson on oh gosh, like with no Tucker Carlson on Fox News, are all of our grandparents gonna start being like way more like hinged? Do you know what I mean? Like, are they gonna start being normal? Probably not. They're just gonna replace him with someone else, but you know, it does make a difference for these old people who aren't getting all this shit off the internet. It's not like they're gonna pivot to consuming Tucker Carlson on Daily Wire or whatever. I have bad tummy Tuesday today. No. Oh, that's so rough. That sucks. It is never good to have a bad tummy day. I've been feeling a lot less tummy issues lately, I've realized. And it's like maybe a little bit of the diet change, but maybe it's just because my stress is a little bit less acute right now. My theory is that they wanted to fire him for a long while. It could be for the Dominion lawsuit or something else unknown, but they wanted to wait until after the Dominion case was over. They probably thought Dominion might claim they were firing him to avoid liability. Yeah, so what even is the deal about the Dominion lawsuit? Like, I don't even know any of the details about that. I have, like, CNN Business pulled up right now. I don't know if this goes into any details about the Dominion lawsuit, though. They did a settlement. Profanity-laced remarks, some of which were redacted in the Dominion discovery documents. Interesting. What is... No, you haven't missed anything, Solander says. We are still chilling at the beginning of the stream. Welcome in. There's a Legal Eagle video someone from your Discord recommended that was quite good. I love Legal Eagle. What is his name? Derek or some shit like that? It's a name like Derek, but I don't think it is Derek. What is his name? Is it like Josh? What the fuck? He's got some kind of weird name. He looks like a Derek. Thank you, right? I can never remember what his actual name is, but it is a super normie white boy name like that. Dominion made the voting machines in the 2020 election. Fox News gave a lot of airtime without pushback to pundits talking about the Dominion voting machines being compromised, changing votes, and even purposefully stealing the election. Oh shit, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I appreciate you summarizing that. I can't have any more Joshes. What is his name? It's like... It's not like Jeremy. It's not Bryce or something stupid like that. It's just a normal guy name. I'm gonna have to Google it. I can't remember his fucking name. It doesn't matter at all. Is it Devin? What is your name, my dude? It is Devin. Okay, Devin with an I. Professor? Professor Devin J. Stone. He's not just a lawyer. He's a professor. That's really impressive. I did not know that. Goodness. What do I win? Tummy Tuesday. I don't know. Jeffrey. Good grief. Okay, drink water. Everybody needs to drink water. You win hugs? Absolutely. Of course he's a professor. How am I surprised? I mean, I would not have thought that he was a professor. I heard there was some kind of drama between LE and Illuminati. She claimed some kind of content theft. I have never heard of that. I am not familiar with that particular drama. There are so many different internet niches. There are so many different places for drama to go down. I have no idea. Like, it's far-reaching. Tucker was in the Fox News Slack or whatever group chat they're using saying, do the executives understand how much credibility and trust we've lost with our audience? And that helps to establish Fox News knew that these were lies. Really? Okay. Chariot did a video on the LE Illuminati situation. Could user react? Yeah, maybe. I have no frame of reference for even what it is that is being discussed here. Maybe like Thursday, though, if nothing else crazy news-wise happens, because we do still have, like, a lot of shit in the news to talk about today. I had a bunch of stuff prepared for last time that we ended up not talking about. I hope no one else hires fucker Carlson. We will see. You know, it seems as though the thing that's gonna happen is what always happens, and it's that he's gonna end up working for, like, the Daily Wire or some other such publication, you know? Carlson said, these fuckers are destroying our credibility in text messages with an unknown recipient, blaming Fox's issues on, quote, a combination of incompetent liberals and top leadership with too much pride to back down. So he's just like been bitching about Fox business, like, leadership for a while. Why would you do that? Like, if you want to continue to have a job, I guess you don't still want to have a job. Tucker has peaked. He's been fired from CNN, MSNBC, and now Fox. He's just another conservative influencer now, and wherever he ends up, he'll have a fraction of the influence. It's like gonna be less spread, right? Okay, hold on. Let's actually talk about it. Our dear friend, Tucker Carlson, who has she, her in the bio on Twitter still, let's not forget, she, oh my God, just got fired from her job at Fox News. And it's just really sudden. Nobody saw it coming. Tucker Carlson himself didn't see it coming. I'm going to flip-flop on the pronouns. Oh, okay, she removed the pronouns from bio. Okay, my bad. I looked it up a couple weeks ago, and I guess maybe it's changed since then. I don't mean to misgender Tucker. If you're detransitioning Tucker, I will respect that. Anyway, so Tucker Carlson has been fired from Fox News after having previously been fired from CNN and MSNBC for reasons that are kind of unclear. It seems like it is probably relevant to the Dominion lawsuit, which just was settled quite recently. I had to Google this, and I had to have chat explain it to me. Like, what are you talking about? What is this lawsuit? Dominion is a company that makes voting machines, and it's like, you know, the electronic stuff. So like, yeah, Dominion voting systems. Fox News agreed to pay them nearly $800 million to avert going to trial, because the voting machine company has sued Fox News and was suing them basically for them lying about the 2020 presidential election. So essentially, Tucker Carlson and perhaps other notable talking heads at Fox News were basically accusing Dominion Systems of being compromised and being part of why Trump lost the election. Like, their technology is crap and it doesn't work very well. And, oh my gosh, my brain just shut off temporarily. Can you please come back? I would like you to come back to me. And obviously Dominion Systems don't like that. They don't like the idea that their voting machines are now being called into question, and like it's like slander against their company's reputation. So they sued Fox News, and in order to avoid having details of like Fox News and how they run in the background, instead of having all that stuff like made public through the process of trial, they just decided to settle. Personal opinion, has there ever been a case that was settled out of court where the guilty party, like the person wasn't actually guilty? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if you sue a company and they decide to settle with you, does that not usually indicate that they're settling because it could be proven in court that they did wrong and they don't want to face like actual consequences? So if they settle out of court, there's like plausible deniability where they as a company can say, oh no, we didn't actually do that thing. They agreed to settle it out of court. I mean, I know that you're innocent until proven guilty. Yes, I'm just saying, like, it reads to me as a guilty thing to do to settle out of court. Not always. It depends on the specifics. Sometimes it's just cheaper to settle. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Usually for companies, yes. Although for an individual setting, it could be due to the cost of a lawsuit. Okay, fair enough. Most charges are settled out of court. Well, that's good to know. But yeah, so this Dominion lawsuit was just settled quite recently, like last week maybe. And it's a huge amount of money that Fox News has agreed to pay Dominion Voting Systems for, basically to say, like, please stop suing us for tarnishing your reputation and lying about the 2020 presidential election. And like almost immediately after that, like pretty much almost immediately after that, Fox fires Tucker Carlson. Let me see. So there are some potential reasons for why Tucker was fired aside from Dominion lawsuit, according to like this CNN article we're looking at. What specifically about the case prompted Carlson's undoing remains murky. There was an ex-producer called Abby Grossberg. She had a lawsuit against the network which alleged rampant sexism and anti-Semitic behavior behind the scenes at Carlson's show. There were profanity-laced remarks, some of which were redacted in the discovery documents, which Carlson had made privately, disparaging his colleagues, including the Fox News upper echelon people. I think they fired him to mitigate the next lawsuit. I mean, fair enough. Perhaps Rupert Murdoch and his chief executive son, Lachlan, wanted to send a message about who is ultimately in command at the company after having been embarrassed for months with the public airing of Fox's dirty laundry. So basically, Carlson was not making friends. He's worked at this network for a while. I can't remember exactly how long he had worked at Fox News. I mean, that's like the main thing that I know him from is working there. He literally said, "See you Monday" on his last show, and they were promoting his content as early as Monday morning. It was definitely not an amicable break. Wow. So they just kind of like seem to have decided last minute on Monday. He'd been there since 2009. Oh my God. So he was an employee of theirs for a very long time. Because he's already been working for CNN and MSNBC and now Fox News, and he's like old and kind of losing relevance, like it kind of remains to be seen if Tucker is going to end up being employed by one of these sort of alt-right publications that we're familiar with. Like wherever Michael Knowles and Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh can be found, are we going to start seeing Tucker? Is Tucker going to start a YouTube channel? Oh my God. Can you imagine Tucker Carlson starting a YouTube channel where he does one of the, like, he like has a laptop sat on a chair, like on a table in front of him. Like the angle on it is all like, he's all like this to the camera. And he's like, so because this, and that, and the other, and it's going to be like cut off right here because he's got like a laptop on a table, like pointed up at him. Like it just is going to be very funny to see what he does next. I hope he does not end up on Daily Wire. We'll see. He would definitely fit in on Breitbart. He would have a studio 100%. I just think it would be really funny if it was like the lowest quality bullshit. That would be so funny. Tucker be like, sub to my OnlyFans, ooh woo. The guy was rich before he started working for Fox. Yeah, but he's also not super smart. So I just think it would be really funny if it was super scuffed. All of the alt-right outlets are smaller than Fox. Fox was the #1 cable news network. It can't really be understated how much smaller the reach of places like OAN and TDW are compared to Fox. Tucker has lost a lot, and he deserves to lose more, but what you gonna do? Fair enough. Yeah, whatever happens, his reach has been severely curtailed, and there are gonna be old people who are really, clued in to watching Fox News every day, but who do not go on the internet. And it's just the same thing that happened when, when Trump was removed from Twitter, is that he really like lost a lot of influence and relevancy, at least to a significant demographic that uses Twitter, like the like crossover of right wingers and Twitter users. What if he really is just playing a character? They'll just replace him and he'll do shitty movies. I'm sure he'll do all kinds of silly stuff. And like, yeah, who are they going to replace him with? Who are they going to put up there? Like, to me, Tucker Carlson basically is the face of Fox News. After, oh, Jesus, what was his name? Tide goes in, tide goes out. What is his name, y'all? Bill O'Reilly. Took me a minute to get there. Yes, thank you. Like, Bill O'Reilly used to be one of the big faces, and then he was let go, or whatever happened exactly, I can't remember. And then, like, Tucker Carlson is kind of, to me, one and the same as Fox News. Like, who the hell else? Megyn Kelly, I guess I did see Megyn Kelly recently, but I don't even remember if that was on Fox News per se. I just remember her having been associated before with that kind of network. Rush Limbaugh, yeah. But it's so nowadays, though, who else is left? Now that Tucker Carlson is gone, who else is there? like at Fox News. So they're going to need some other talking head. Like they are going to need to bring on someone else to sort of fill his space, right? J.K. Rowling news anchor arc. True. That would be so fucking funny. I bet Tulsi's going to get hired on at Hannity's time slot while Hannity moves up to 8 p.m. Right, Sean Hannity. Right. Okay, yes. I forgot about him. Yes, that is, I guess, another potential. And then Jesse Waters and Laura Ingraham. Right. I just feel like Tucker Carlson is so iconic for Fox News. You know, it's unfortunate, the brand recognition that they've built up around having Tucker Carlson on there, because they really don't have very many big, like, oh yeah, I love that guy. Like Sean Hannity is like kind of the only one. Caitlyn Jenner works there. Oh God, yeah, she does. What a horrendous human being. Tulsi Gabbard. Right, more contenders for Tulsi. Glenn Beck got fired back in the day. It's funny how they keep hiring people. Like, just, you know, it's really funny how Fox News keeps hiring people that they need to fire. Like, how many of these big talking head people have left the show by being fired versus by being, like, by, you know, leaving of their own volition? Is the stream mega laggy for anyone else or just me? Never tried watching while at school, so it might be the Wi-Fi. I hope that it's not buggy. Is anybody else experiencing bad stuff? The vacant look on Tuck's face is iconic. Just the, like, fucking amazing. It would be hilarious if they put Caitlyn Jenner in that slot. Can you imagine the meltdown? Oh my God, it would be so fucking funny. I always thought he looks constipated. I mean, like, who are they gonna get to ask really dumb sounding rhetorical questions? How are they gonna replace him? He's so iconic. No. Working for Fox is so fun. They have to drag you out. Yeah, nobody wants to leave, apparently. Unless you're an underling who's been sexually harassed by Bill O'Reilly for years. He did not listen when his mom said not to make that face or it'll stick that way. Poor baby. Okay, we did slip in a little segment talking about Fox News fires Tucker Carlson. So much news to talk about. So much news every day. I'm gonna die. Okay, there's one. There's two. I got my links. Yes, baby. Or just generally harassed by Tucker Carlson. Pretty sure there's an outstanding lawsuit against him from a former staff member. Yeah, we were reading that there was a lawsuit. Let's see. Yeah, or just general harassment, because there was a lawsuit. Oh god, wow. Which alleges rampant sexism and anti-Semitic behavior behind the scenes. So, could very well be the case. Replaced by Tucker AI. Wow, that would be really funny if they were like, we still own your image or something, and they just like make a hologram of Tucker Carlson. Well, the interpersonal anti-Semitism and sexism was happening behind the scenes, you know? Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna break off for a second because I don't know that I have a lot more commentary on this. But I am making a pot roast right now, and I'm so excited about eating the pot roast later. It's gonna be so yummy. There's pot roast and there's potatoes, and I used red potatoes this time. I've never done that before. I usually use Yukon potatoes, so I don't know what that's gonna be like. And there's carrots in there, and there's onion in there, and this time I also put red lentils in there, because red lentils are, hypothetically, if you cook them for a really long time, they're just gonna like break down into nothingness. So that's kind of what I want, is it to just sort of thicken the whole situation. The house does not smell nice yet because I only started heating it up at 4 p.m. or so. That's when I got it all in there. So it's probably not gonna start smelling good until a little while later, which is good because I don't want to be hungry in the middle of the stream. I ate some eggs beforehand, and I'm trying to not get like crazy hungry because we do hypothetically need to go for at least 2 hours today. Ha! Oh, Blair White replacing Tucker Carlson on Fox News. That would be fucking hilarious. Just do a mukbang stream if you get hungry. I think technically if I eat on stream, that meal could be, I could write that off for tax purposes, I think. So maybe I should eat during stream more often. I don't know. That's a great reward for tackling the tough news. Yo, and I have like ice cream and cake as well. The cake, I think, is too oily. I just like bought a little cake and somehow it's oily and dry. What a weird, horrible combo for a cake. To be both like too oily and also somehow too dry. Horrendous combo. Luxander commits tax fraud on live stream. Canceled. Gone sexual. True. It's not tax fraud. It literally is a business meal. If I am doing the meal associated with the business, and it is, so then yeah, it would be like it's part of my job to do a meal on stream. That would be me making it my job. Kroger cake sounds like it. Grocery store cake in general. I feel like that could be a good thing for some of us. I know I have trouble getting myself to eat when I'm not with other people, so it could fake that for some of us that might need that. Oh yeah, companion eating. Yes. I am familiar with this concept. Sometimes people will, when they sit down to eat, they'll put on a video of someone else like doing a food challenge or like eating or something, and it's companionable. I've heard of that before. Yes. Yes. There's like 65 people here, which is awesome. We are going to get into talking about Florida here momentarily. And if you want to, you can hit like button really quick. Because it fast, it easy, it free, it helps channel. You can also consider dropping me a donation. If we get to $100 today, I'll show off my tummy. Because that's a thing that people do apparently sometimes. You could make HRT and any other trans healthcare tax deductible as it is part of your job. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question, actually. The bar says 100. Didn't I say 100? I said if we get to 100, then I'll do tummy. Yeah, if I get to 100. Did I say 200? Being alive is part of your job. Therefore, all tax care is health all tax care is health deductible. Yikes. Wowie. I'm fucking losing it. Yeah, I could do my hormones on stream if they asked. Yeah, I guess so. There's like a separate part of your taxes where you can write off healthcare expenses, and it's in the itemized deductions. And I don't make enough money. I thought you said 200. Maybe I did say 200. So here's the thing. The first goal is Tummy Tuesday. If we get to 100, I'll do Tummy Tuesday. But if we get to 200, then I'll take off my shirt. Oh, baby. Anyway. Yeah, and I don't do enough, I don't like have enough business to do itemized deductions. So my healthcare is functionally not tax deductible. Just take the standard deduction. Anyway, also, for reference, because I don't know how many of you have already heard me say this, but I owe, like, after working it out with my partner and having him pay part of it, like, I am going to owe more than $1,000 in taxes this year. So feel free to donate. Or I'm going to probably start a GoFundMe to try to get a good chunk of that at least. And if I can get more, then I'm going to, like, put that toward my taxes for next year. Because I am also going to owe taxes next year. Such is the way when you're self-employed. I cannot afford OnlyFans. Yeah, I know. It's even more expensive than OnlyFans, what I'm doing, technically. Like, yeah, for $100, I will show off my tummy. I gotta take some more pictures for Fansly, though. I've been meaning to do that. Maybe I'll do it tonight after stream. Yes, that's true. Mama Mephistopheles OnlyFans is free. Maria Knickerbocker, thank you so much for the $10 dono. Thanks for your dedication that you put into your channel. Thank you. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. We love the lurkers. Sweet. Number go up. Brr. Crowdfunded OnlyFans. Truly. That is what it is. Crowdfunded OnlyFans. Rawr. Hello, Christy. What's up, Gorge? How goes it? Okay, let's move on to another news. Oh, yeah, this is a good funny news. There's a funny news. Do you want to talk about a funny news? Before we talk about fucking Florida and the kidnapping of trans children? Because that's our main story tonight. Let's talk about something that's not that. As an exhibitionist, lurkers are some of my favorite people. Yeah. Exhibitionism. Hello, Emma. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Hit like if you're just coming in. There's 69 likes. LOL. Nice. I've been saying for a while that all of these anti-trans laws all over the country are, you know, putting a lot of pressure on folks like myself who are very stressed out and continue to be more and more stressed out about it and really upset at all these politicians and feeling really helpless and things, you know? And so it just seems like it was sort of a matter of time before something like this happened. And I can't say I feel too bad about it, if I'm being honest. Utah State Senator's home vandalized in possible retaliation for transgender bill, police say. So this is Senator Mike Kennedy, who's a Republican senator from Utah. He supported a bill banning gender-affirming surgery for minors. It's probably more like gender-affirming care in general. So let's, yeah. Officers were called in around 7:30 a.m. Friday last week about vandalism at the home of Senator Mike Kennedy. The suspects, according to the police, this says the suspects appear to have targeted the senator based on legislation that recently passed in the last legislative session. Officers are working diligently to gather evidence to find the suspects involved. Let's see. Kennedy said, okay, so what? Hold on. I have to know what the actual bill was. You can't just be bullshitting me and say that it has transgender affirming surgery for minors. Utah anti-trans bill passed. Yeah, to be clear, don't play with me. Don't lie to me. Don't try to play and say, oh, he just wanted to make sure that surgery wasn't being done on minors. Because it fucking bans hormone treatment and probably puberty blockers, just like every other one of these bills across the country. So yeah, like CNN, disappointed in you for being like, oh, he supported a bill to ban gender-affirming surgery for minors. That tiny little, do you think that I can't see that tiny little editorial decision? I can see you. Thanks. So anyhow, Kennedy said in a Facebook post on Friday, said, to those who seek to use violence, vandalism, and intimidation to deter me from standing up for what is right, let me be clear, you will not succeed. I will not be deterred by your cowardly actions. The recent vandalism to my family's home was not just an attack on me, but on the very principles our state stands for. We will not let fear and violence control our destiny as Utahns. Amazing. We will always stand up and push back against radicals who seek to push their agenda in our state. I am more determined than ever to work with the good people of Utah to make our state a better place for all, especially our children, and I won't back down. So do we want to know what the vandalism was? Slurs incoming. on one garage door the word fash spray painted in red. And on this other garage door, and then onto the driveway down here, it says, "These trannies bash back." Which I just think is pretty funny. Like, it's false flag vandalism. Queers have better handwriting than that. I mean, if you're going with you got a whole spray paint can. I don't know. I've never spray painted something, so I have no idea. But there are some people who are saying it seems as though this might be something he did to himself. False flag vandalism. Yeah. This has the same energy as that dude who spray painted Black's Rule on his driveway. I got $10. He did it to himself. Has big Black's Rule energy. But I don't know. I don't know if he did it to himself or if this was actually a person who got really pissed off. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a person who just got really pissed off and was really upset. You know, I could see a teenager who had just had their care taken away from them doing something like that. But I would not be surprised to find out either that this is just a psyop meant to make us look bad. I don't personally think it does make us look bad. See, I just have like a really unconventional set of opinions about this type of action. It's, you know, folks will condemn this. I refuse to condemn this. There are folks who will condemn this because, oh, it's never right to trespass and it's never right to damage private property. And even if you don't necessarily think that those things are wrong, then, oh, this is bad optics for us. This is going to make people not agree with us. You know, this is going to alienate more people. Like, nope. I think you fucking suck if you have any of those opinions. I think you fucking suck. Vandalism, yes, thank you, God, Mama Mephistopheles. Vandalism is a restrained response to a genocide. This is a restrained response. This is a warning. This is a warning saying, hey, we know where you live, and if you don't stop trying to fuck us over, it's going to become a problem for you. This time, it's some very mild property damage. Oh my God, hire a guy to come power wash off your driveway and your garage door. Big fucking whoop. It'll take him an hour. It'll cost you a couple $100. It's not actually going to be harmful to you in any way. And get over it. You know, you're a rich politician. It's fine. I'm sure his homeowner's insurance premium will go up. We can hope. We can hope. Fucking, yeah, exactly, Corpse Candy. Bad optics, as if they don't already vehemently despise us and want us dead. Not sure the optics could get much worse. Right, if they're calling us pedophiles and groomers, where does it go from there? What, literally, is there anything any trans person could do that would make us seem worse than pedophiles? Like, is there literally anything that we could do that would be worse optics? No, the answer is there is absolutely nothing that we could do that would make us seem worse than how they're already portraying us to be. So anyway, IDK Dog, he should be grateful they did not light his house on fire. Yeah, I think that it could very well get to a place where, you know, according to the great American tradition, we might start disassembling people's houses brick by brick. Yeah, Twitchy Witch really brings it home. Like, it's really funny that damaging property is seen as bad optics and condemned as violence when actual lives are at stake. The capitalism cult runs deep. You've absolutely nailed it, for sure. It's always considered worse to, like, fight back against your oppressors, because your oppressor, because of their situation, like, because they've situated themselves as being adjacent to the power structures and, you know, ingratiated within the power structures, they can do violence on you with a polite veneer and then accuse you of breaking decorum. Why is skank censored here? Since when is skank worse than the T-slur? I have no idea. Wait, I thought that the T slur was also... Oh, wait, no, on Twitter. Because I think that tranny gets censored, right? Doesn't it? No, it does not. LOL. That's pretty funny. My guess is that skank is also some kind of crossover with, like, drug terminology, because I know that, like, drug terminology is pretty heavily limited on here. Breaking decorum. Fantastic segue to the Zoe Zephyr story. Yeah, that is pretty... Yes, that's pretty much where we're going next. It's not drug terminology. I know that skank is a word for slut or whore. I'm just saying that a lot of the time when we are like, why is this word censored on the website? The answer is because White Nervosa programmed a bunch of drug-related terms, like Scooby, I think, is censored. Like, I'm just saying, basically, anytime I'm not sure why a word gets censored on my website, I'm assuming it's because White Nervosa programmed it that way, and therefore it is likely to be some drug terminology that I don't know. Yeah, see, Scooby is censored because it is drug-adjacent terminology. This is what I'm saying. Did Shaggy name Scooby after weed? I don't know, actually. I am not sure why. Steven Crowder getting divorced? I did see the Steven Crowder was getting divorced thing. I started to watch the video of him talking about it, and I wasn't sure if we should do like a full 5-minute video response thing. Should we respond to the full 5-minute video of him complaining about his wife being allowed to divorce him? It seemed like he was kind of rambling a little bit and talking about how his kids deserved privacy and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I don't disagree with any of that. I don't really have any further commentary on that part. 2.5 minutes, his wife should get the rest. Hey, Oteo, welcome in. Good to see some folks from Xander Hall's community popping over. I haven't gone to hang out in Xander Hall's chat in a while. I have to start doing this on... It's like, I think as part of my job, I need to hang out in other streamers' chats sometimes. And I've already said that this week. And that's like Xander Hall and like Vosh and Demon Mama and probably Conyer. Like, these are folks whose stream chats I need to start hanging out with. I'm so relieved for his kids that hopefully they won't be in his care full time anymore. Really? I mean, yeah. Did I retweet that or where is it? Did I? Nope, I did not. So I'm gonna have to find Steven Crowder. Steven! Senator's home vandalized. We talked about that. Boom! Steven. Graham Colbines with the $5 dono. Thank you so much. They said, thank you for streams. Love to hear your takes. Why, thank you. I love providing my takes. Thank you so much for wanting to listen to me talk. We are now a quarter of the way to today's goal of Tummy Tuesday. Tummy Tuesday. I'm sure his wife shares at least some of his beliefs, so they're not in perfect care, but almost anything is better than him. I hope that there's like fewer guns around his children. That's one of the main things. Stephanie. Lux and Conyer collab would be based overload. Yeah, people do generally want me to talk to Conyer, and I don't know Conyer very well. Also, Conyer, I think wasn't it? Oh, yeah, let's take a moment. Let's take a moment before we talk about any further serious news. To acknowledge that, speaking of Vosh and Conyer, that one of their kitties just passed away, like yesterday. I personally, I would have guessed that a skin cat is gonna have other health issues. You know what I mean? Like, I personally probably would not get a furless cat because I would expect them to have health issues. But this is, he was called Daniel, I think is how you pronounce the name. I've only seen it spelled and not pronounced. But this little guy had like a sudden health issue last night, and they went to the vet and found out that there were, they weren't going to really be able to reasonably save the kitty. So they made the tough choice to put him to sleep. And he was a scrungly little demon with giant fucking ears. I think according to the size of his ears, I don't think that he was finished growing. So that's really unfortunate. But like his whiskers are just all fucking weird and stuff. He was sick for a long time. Yeah, that's why his stream was canceled last night. Look at his beautiful eyes. Such beautiful eyes. Poor little baby. Poor little baby, good little baby, though. Look at these little fucking monsters. Such a weird little face. Scrungly little demons. He's so tiny. Oh, little baby. Yeah, so he had health issues for a while. Apparently, he was in stage 4 kidney failure. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, kitties do tend to die of kidney failure pretty often. That's why it's so important for us to make sure our kitties are getting, like, wet food when they can. Anything to increase the amount of water. Holy shit, I think Elon just outed himself having alts to like and comment on his own tweets. I saw that. I don't want to go into it today, but I did see that. He was so insistent on standing on Vash's shoulder like a non-disabled cat could easily do. Lamau, he was so cute. Yeah, what a scrungly little baby. Oh, and here's a little video.
Oh, love you guys. I'll see you all soon. I don't actually know if I'll be able to stream tomorrow. I didn't know if I'd be able to stream today, but I did, and I'm happy with it.
Scrungly baby.
So we'll see if I can do tomorrow. Thank you all very much. Oh, hold on.
You're on chapter. Hey Vosh, finish RE4 you wiener.
Scrungle. He's so small. Look at that little fucking
leg.
goblin.
What is your leg doing? Why is your leg out that far? Ooh.
What a weird little guy.
Look at how small he is.
I could really see, like, if you just saw a hairless cat, like, if you look at this fucking demon, if you just saw this, you might think that something had spawned out of Satan's asshole and was coming to get you. Chicken leg, I want to nibble it. Oh, look at his little eyes. He's doing a slow blink. Oh, baby. Oh, yes. He's so good. Oh. Yes, show us the fucking goblin. The demon child. Gorgeous. I need a little scrungly goblin to show off on stream.
Anyway, as you can tell by his baby wiggling, he's doing better with his energy levels.
Yes. Little demonic child. Ridiculous. Oh, what a cute baby, though.
Will you cover the Turkish elections next month?
We don't ever do TTS streams. Should we do TTS streams sometimes?
Be free.
Anyway. Scrungly little demon. Yeah, cats have issues with hydration because they don't have a strong thirst mechanism. Like, I could see the TTS streams here getting smuggy. Oh yeah, we'd have to be on guard for that. We should do TTS sometimes though. That would be funny. What should we do TTS over? Maybe when my computer is like able to tolerate gaming and streaming at the same time. Only if you use a British voice. No, it's not about me. It's not me, TTS. It's the robot. It's the robot TTS. But yeah, sorry, cats don't have a thirst reflex that's very strong because usually they eat, like, they'll eat an entire mouse and the mouse has blood in it and that's how they get hydration. Or, I mean, obviously they do still drink water, but that's why cats have such common like kidney issues, is because people feed them dry food and the cat just isn't very thirsty, so it's drinking like way less water than it should be. And yeah, it can cause pretty major and catastrophic health issues. I think most cats die of kidney disease, and then heart disease is like also pretty high up there, but oh my god, excuse me. So yeah, you really should try to incorporate wet food if you can. Oh, a British text reader. Okay. I should see if there is. Yeah, is there like a British? I'm not gonna fuck around with it right now. We'll turn on text to speech at some other time. I can't be trying to cover serious news and turn on text to speech. It has to be during times when I'm not. Get a text reader that sounds like a dragon talking. I'll hire Gerard Doyle, who does the audiobooks for the Aragon series, and get him to do a dragon voice. Just sample it. Make a little AI voice out of his dragon person. Would you ever get a ferret? No, fuck's sake. I thought about getting a ferret a long time ago, but they smell so bad. Like, ferrets smell so bad. Like a Banjo-Kazooie dragon, so it doesn't even work as TTS. Yeah, no, I don't. Like, ferrets are not... Yeah, they smell... I mean, they just smell bad. I don't want one around me. And you also, because they have such random health issues, you basically have to have $1,000 in your savings account just prepared for an emergency at any time with a ferret, you know? And you can't take them to a regular vet all the time. Like, they sometimes need to go to a specialty vet. Fucking stupid. Anyway. No ferrets. How do I turn on TTS? It's been a while. Why does it say 24? Why did I click $24 and not 25? Okay, that's better. I'll have to go through and figure out how to turn on TTS again, because it's been such a long time since I played with like alert box. Donations. Oh yeah, this is where TTS comes. It's just been a minute since I've put it on. Text-to-speech settings. The voice is currently Brian.
Hello, my name is Emma.
Okay, that's one voice.
Hello, my name is Amy.
Which one do we like better? Do we like Amy better? I think we like Amy better. Or there's Brian.
Hello, my name is Brian.
Oh my god, I think Brian is very funny. I think Brian is very funny to me. For sure. Text-to-speech is currently activated, I believe. We like Amy better. We don't like Brian? I like Brian. But if we like Amy, we can leave it on Amy. Amy!
Hello, my name is Amy.
Okay. Well, now TTS is on. We'll see how long that lasts. Emma reminds me of Emma Thorne. Brian does funny meme voice. Brian sounds derpy. Okay, well, I'll switch it to Brian then. I'm not really expecting a lot of donos today, but I mean, we can just make it...
my name is Brian.
Make it more fun. Okay, there we go. Now it's Brian. There you go. Amy sounds like someone I went to college with. Amy sounds like the mother from Alien. Brian reminds me of Finster streams. Is that what Finster sounds like? I don't think so. Is that what Finster sounds like? Anyway. I'm gonna drink more water. Oh, Brian is his TTS. I see. Okay. Gotcha. Well, if you want to be annoying while I'm trying to cover news, now's the time. UK specific, but Brian sounds like a nature documentary presenter. Finster sounds like a British twink. I guess I have heard Finster's voice because he was like, I don't have a girl voice in that one little clip where he was on Chatterbait or whatever, and like some other person called him out for being a crossdresser. Can we address the Finn controversy? Him being British is just way too much IMO. Yeah, if you're gonna be able to cosplay a sexy girl that hard, then I think that you should also not be having a sexy accent, you know? You gotta pick one or the other. If Finn had a Boston accent, I think it would be a lot more fair. Cause like, he would be hot and then he would talk and you'd be like, no. It would like, level things. Excuse me. Oh, goodness gracious. Finster is transition goals. It's gotta be so funny. For like, it's gotta be hilarious as a cis man to be like, I am transition goals for some people and I am not even on hormones. What's up, Beth? Hello? And Desalius, welcome in. How's the day been? I just made it back from the store. My phone has been fixed. Or they sold me a new one. Yeah. Well, that's good that your phone is functional again. And our day is going okay so far. We're just shooting the shit. I can't believe Chucky from Rugrats became a femboy streamer. Yes, everybody thinks Finster is sexy. I'm just like, how... I'm just... Like, he's a man. And it's like, how is he in his real life? You know? It's so weird. Have you gotten to the Florida story? No. It's gonna come up soon here. Not, like, next... I'm trying to decide, like... Are we... am I actually gonna do a reaction to this fucking Steven Crowder thing? Or... Like, I guess we might as well. What's up, Speedy Shimeji? Yes, Finn... Why is Finn so attractive? It's stupid. Do it. Dude, my fucking throat hurts so much from the allergies right now. Like, I'm not sick. My throat is just fucking constantly sore during this time of the year. Finster has had his guy clothes locked in a chest for 10 months, so that's what he's like IRL. At least until the donos stop. He's just a full-time girl because he is not allowed to unlock his chest full of men's clothes. He's talked about it. People do often see him as a trans woman or a femme guy, and he gets treated that way. It's just like, I saw that he hooked up with Belle Delphine, and, like, they both do porn, right? And I was like, how, like, it's so hard to imagine finding him sexy as a man, I guess. Like, how is that not just basically a video of, like, a trans girl fucking a cis girl, effectively, you know what I mean? Yes, he does professional drag. What's up, creature of the Fae? I'm here and just got my drawing tablet from eBay today. I'm excited. Nice! I have a drawing tablet. I just haven't used it in a while. I want to bust it out again, but I really don't have room on my desk. Like, I need my desk to be, like, at least 18 inches wider. And then that'll give me, like, enough room to actually have stuff on my desk. You know, like, I have, like, the fucking big Go XLR thing on my desk, which means that I don't really have room for a tablet on here. Speaking of porn, I have an interview with a person from Bang Bros coming up, so I might be on there soon. Nice! That sounds fun. Hopefully it's all on the up and up and not weird. And good luck to you. Fuck yeah. I'm sorry, Luxander, I can't relate. I'm pansexual and everyone is sexy to me no matter their gender. Well, okay. Like, for me... It's like I'm programmed to be interested in people in a certain kind of context, like, I guess. So it's like, I'm just trying to imagine, like, is Finn, like, a masculine person, like, in other context in his life? Or is it basically, like, being attracted to a trans woman, you know? Because, like, I am attracted to men in a different way than I'm attracted to trans women, and I'm attracted to cis women in a different way than I'm attracted to trans women. Like, they're all their own thing. Okay, I see. We're just teasing. All right, I see you. Oh, God. I've never done digital art except for over a decade ago on DeviantArt, so yeah, it's going to be weird for me. I will say the great thing about writing down stuff on a tablet and, like, drawing on a tablet is that you have just, like, a button that you can press that says undo instead of having to, like, erase. That's, like, one big benefit. Layers. Dude, use layers, like, a lot. If you're gonna be doing digital art, you need to create a layer frequently. More layers. So many layers. You can always compress them later. It seems like that's a struggle for you, deciphering attraction. No, deciphering attraction is not a struggle for me. Communicating the difference to someone who isn't inside my brain is the difficult part. Shrek has layers, but he's married. True. We've got pictures of Finster. We're gonna drool over Finster today. Yeah, officially quit dressing like a girl. You've just taken a girl's head and photoshopped it on a man's body. Like, I just don't believe you. We love that he's still got the nails, though, you know? I don't struggle with attraction. I'm very good at it. Exactly. Just like a living anime character. Right. Like, why are you... Oh, man, you know what? I'm gonna go get one of my Mike's Hard Lemonades. Oh, baby! I don't really drink very much anymore, and I'm decided I'm gonna drink, like... Normally I drink, like, 9% beers that are aged in a Scotch cask, so I'm changing to a different, like, much more mild form of alcohol, and I still don't really like it that much, but it tastes so good, so I'm gonna go get a yummy, delicious drink. Yes. You need to make an Anita Bryant. I don't have the ingredients to make an Anita Bryant. I just don't have any of those things. So yes. Goals for finding a boyfriend? Yeah, we think Finster is goals. Okay, I'll be back momentarily. Get yourself some water, bitches. Do it. Do it. You deserve some water. Okay. Arr. Not to say that Finn is a woman, but if Finn is your boyfriend goals, you might not be all that into men. You know? I mean, you can be really into femboys, I guess. I mean, you kind of have to be into femboys if you're into me, so I apologize to everyone for that. I recently started dating a man. I'm also seeing 2 women casually. Does that make me a real bisexual? I think you're only... Yeah. I think that if one of those women comes out as non-binary, then you are a real bisexual. I don't need a Finster, I have Dizelius. Uh-oh. It's so funny to me when couples are in chat. Like, it's just really adorable. So, we got Mike's Lemonade. Ooh. It's hard strawberry lemonade, okay. Yeah, it's strawberry. What if Trump goes to prison and Trucker runs for president? I don't know, man. Do we think Tucker is going to try to run for president? That seems... I don't know, man. We'll see. I doubt it. Soyway says, okay, though, for real, when I was a teenager, I was like, I want a boy with long, pretty hair, soft skin, narrow shoulders, shorter than me, boobs. Wait. Like, wait a minute. What are you when you are intersex non-binary and are predominantly attracted to other non-binary people? I mean, you're gay, right? Like, you're attracted to people of your same gender, right? We stan the boys with boobs, truly. Finster is not one of those, so we do not stan. Kidding. Do we know why the CNN guy got fired at the same time as Tucker? I'm choosing to believe it's because they got caught fucking. They fired Tucker for being gay and fired Don for fucking a fascist. I had not heard about Don Lemon, Don Lemon? Yeah, I know. There's some Finn stands in the chat here. I'm okay with that. Yeah, Lux says that Finn is canceled for not having boobs. I mean, is that controversial? He's canceled. He doesn't have boobs. Get good, son. Anyway. If you're just coming in and you're enjoying this dumb fucking conversation that we're having, which is about to become more serious again, hit the like button. It's quick. It's easy. It's free. Thank you. Text-to-speech is on. Do you want to be annoying in the middle of my political segment? You can text-to-speech your donation in and have a British man read it to you. Finn has boobs. He just doesn't wear them all the time. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Finn got temporarily banned on Twitch for, like, adjusting his fake plastic silicone titties. The first man to get canceled off of Twitch for touching his boobies. Probably not, actually. I bet that there's some trans man in the past who got zucked for that. I would bet. Maybe not. I don't know. Chest plate. Maybe I should get one of those and see what it would be like to have big booba before I decide to, like, potentially get a, like, boob embiggenment later. Just get, like, gigantic titty chest plate thing and see how that goes. It's a weird coincidence because both of them had interviewed Vivek something, a tiny Republican primary runner. Tucker's interview was not released, but Lemon had an argument with him. Just do what trans girls do and stuff your mom's bra with socks. I do have some really wonderful push-up bras that are like, you know, it basically, like, the padding is all on the bottom and it pushes the boob up and gives that nice, like, rounded shape up top here. So I do have some nice padded bras. I wear them sometimes on stream when I'm dressing femme, but you will also notice that it's like the shot is cut so that you can't usually see my chest. Haha. Cis women do that too. We're all packing. It's just, are you packing, like, sock titties or sock penis? Could go either way. What's up, Warp? And if I got a chest plate and wore it on stream, tax write-off, bitches. My best push-up bra still can't give me cleavage. Oh, I don't have cleavage. There's, like, because you have the same thing that I do, I think. Trans girls and I share this quality where the boobs are too far apart. And they're too small. So it's like, if they were closer together or bigger or both, then you could actually do cleavage. But for me, there's no cleavage. Unless I'm wearing a bodice, which I could do on stream sometimes, I guess. But, like, unless they get squished together forcefully, there's no cleavage. And get you a girl who does both. Lemon got mad at him and basically said something that if you interpret it in bad faith would actually be racially inconsiderate. Oh, good breast form. On Amazon. This is like an entire, it would cover your entire chest. That's so big. That would be so hot. That whole thing is plastic. I can't wear something like that. There's no way. Yeah, there's no fucking way. It would be so hot. When I stopped tea, I had, like, super rebound girl cycle and had cleavage for the first time. Weird times. Because I am just off of the IUD and my hormones are re-regulating, my chest is so deflated right now. Oh my god. Long-term birth control shit. Really wish that it was more easily navigable than it is. 74 viewers. Click like really quick. Even if you decide not to stick around and hang out, we still appreciate you stopping by and leaving likes before you go. This is my website chat, if you didn't know. This is not Twitch. So if you're on the YouTube and you didn't know, you could come over to luxander.net and join the website chat. It's much like the Vosh website. The boopening missed you the first go round, but it came back like a boomerang. A boomerang. 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 Let's watch Tucker, or not Tucker Carlson. Let's watch Steven Crowder. Let's see what else we have to say. Lux, are you more to twinks or beefcakes? I mean, my partner is an otter, I think is what you would say. When you like, you know, it's kind of like a thin, muscular man with hairiness as like the person that I'm married to. So not really either a twink or a beefcake. As with all things, you present me with a binary and I say something completely unrelated. Unlike Vosh, you're actually cool, Luxander. Oh, that's so mean. That's mean. Boomerang, you do always come back. That would be fucking hilarious. That would be a very funny little skit to do. That's fucking great. But like, just beautiful. Be Polly and get both a twink and a bear. I can't. I was the one who really pushed to be in an open relationship in my marriage, and it fucked things up pretty badly. Much regret on my end. Do not appreciate the decisions that I made in my early 20s. Made my abandonment trauma much worse. Not a smart choice. Should have figured out the trauma stuff before trying to do an open relationship. It's like 5 years. It was a long time and a lot of very stupid mistakes. A whole new meaning to fuck around and find out. Truly, it was not a good moment. Not an elegant moment for me. So let's see what is going on with Steven Crowder. So Steven Crowder, I guess, is getting divorced on. So let's like react to this 5-minute, 6-minute video and see what he's got going on.
We'll be on with your regular programming,
please
and
be
Nick
quiet.
DiPaolo in third chair in a little bit, but needed to take a moment here to address some issues out there that are circulating. It's never fun, but well, I guess let me be clear here. I have been living with a proverbial boot on my neck for going on years now. Since 2021, I've been living through what has increasingly been a horrendous divorce. Now, let me say on the outset, to be clear, there is no infidelity, any kind of physical abuse at all on either side. And no, this was not my choice.
He seems really cut up about it, I will say. Like, whatever shitty things have happened to him, I can acknowledge that he's really cut up about this. Like, why did she marry him in the first place is beyond me. Where were her eyes? I don't know. Like, why would you have made this choice in the first place? I can't really speak to that. I have no idea. It's really stupid to me. But it's really kind of interesting to see someone who is normally so... He's normally so like, I'm right, and you're wrong, and you're dumb. And he's like actually pretty shook by this. Someone as privileged as Crowder complaining about a boot on his neck is really rich, though, IMO. Right. Like, describing your wife divorcing you as a boot around your neck is kind of like, it seems sort of as though he's making it sound like the financials are the issue here. Like, a boot on my neck. Like, why would you say that? It's about the alimony? Is that really the issue that he's running into? I don't know. He gets all somber, but he's still incapable of admitting wrongdoing. Well, let's see.
My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore. And in the state of Texas, that is completely permitted. It's been the most heartbreaking experience of my life. What I consider...
Yeah, I mean, I think that it should be relatively easy to get a divorce. It's so fucking easy to get married. Like, I got married when I was 18. There was basically no barrier to entry for that. It cost like $80, and it was done within like 3 days of like applying for the marriage license, you know? So I think if like marriage is one of those things. I've learned this from Reddit recently. I've learned this phrase from Reddit recently. Marriage is one of those things that needs 2 yeses or 1 no. So, you know, either everybody involved says yes, or it's not happening, you know? So that's what relationships are like. If one person goes, nope, I don't want to do this, then the relationship does not stay. In the state of Texas, that's completely permitted. I fucking hate people that say you shouldn't be allowed to divorce. Well, it's the no-fault divorce, I think, is what he was complaining about there, sort of. Like, there's no abuse, there's no infidelity, and in previous times, there are restrictions, like, you can only get divorced if there's a clear case of infidelity or some other kind of harm or shenanigans. So he's complaining about no-fault divorce there. The idea that you can just want to be not married anymore and be allowed to.
To be my deepest personal failure, and just so you know, my opinions on parenting and families have not changed. I've always believed that children need a mom and a dad, that divorce is horrible, and I still believe that children need a mom and a dad and that divorce is horrible. But in today's legal system, my beliefs don't matter.
Well, yeah, your beliefs don't matter when it comes to, like, restricting the rights of others. If you think that you can deny your wife a divorce because you don't want one, that's fucking, like, kidnapping, basically. You're, like, imprisoned. That's like false imprisonment, basically. You want to imprison your wife in a marriage with you.
In Texas, divorce is permitted when one...
Oh, yeah, and it's slipping in the homophobia. Yeah, they need a mom and a dad. That's my beliefs, you know, my beliefs about marriage and families. When I got married and then divorced the first time, one of the first questions I was asked was, so who cheated on who? It was shocking that I got asked that, but for conservative Christians, divorce should only be allowed for those reasons. Yeah, they do very clearly want to go back to being like only divorces with fault can be present. And maybe even then, if you have children, maybe you shouldn't be allowed to get divorced even if you can demonstrate that there was abuse.
One party wants it, period. So for well over a year, in the best interest as well as physical safety of my children, we've decided to keep this issue private and to resolve it privately with the appropriate attorneys, what have you, legal jargon. And all this, one thing I want to be really clear about is certain. True north here is that my children are blameless, completely without fault, and so we decided to resolve these issues privately, as it's in their best interests, both emotionally and physically, to do so.
I don't really know what the alternative is. Like, what's the alternative to doing it in private? Like, do people usually, like, air their divorce proceedings? Why is he gasping for air? He is so nervous talking about this. He sounds like he just got done running. Like, he really does sound super out of breath. It's very strange. Divorce reveal party? Yeah, I guess normally that's how you do it. So who was at fault and how much marriage counseling have you had? The barriers that could be put up would be immense, and I can see conservatives changing that if things keep going the way they are. I mean, yeah, like the question of like putting up more and more barriers, such as requiring marriage counseling before you get divorced. It's like, okay, so the state is going to require me to get marriage counseling before I get divorced. Are you also going to fucking pay for that shit? Like, I have no idea how much couples counseling would cost because I have just assumed that it would be way beyond what we could afford. Could be heart failure. Shortness of breath is not just linked to the lungs. Poor Crowder is dying of a broken heart. He does this every time he's nervous. He did it when he did the fight with the Daily Wire and when Sam Cedar showed up with Ethan Klein. So this is just him getting anxious, is like the cardio. He just can't handle it. Live leak divorce settlements. True. Ugh. Okay, what else?
Now, the other issue is, and this is something that I've kept private for likely far too long. Many other people knew about this behind the scenes. Some, not all, but some of them in positions of power, influence, leverage, knew of this. They also knew that the safety of my children included keeping it private. So if you're familiar with the idea of extortion, then you know the feeling well.
What?
Now, some of these threats were so thinly veiled that I'm frankly surprised you didn't all guess immediately.
Stephen has a lot going on, I guess is the best way to say it. He has a lot going on, and that should be clear because people don't do stuff like this if there's not a lot going on in their lives. I would like to implore my audience and everybody that isn't paying attention to this situation not to condemn him, but to pray for him. Sometimes people need a prayer. Sometimes people need a scripture. You know, Stephen purports to be a Christian. I am unsure at this moment if it is my place to say more than that. You know, maybe if I feel in further defense, some things should be said, or maybe if I feel that the public has a right to understand certain circumstances.
So she's like intimating, she's insinuating that she has some kind of inside ball knowledge that she's like, I don't know if it's my place to tell the public this, but it might become my place to tell the public this. Like, what is she pretending she knows? Like, what could she know? This is what, yeah, so Mama Mephistopheles, I think that he's suggesting that other people know something about what's going on in his life and that like, this would make him look bad somehow. I don't know. That's really weird. Conservative Christians are horrible to divorced people. Truly. Yeah, super weird. What else is here?
Well, my children have a right to privacy. Now, some other issues have been, or I should say, inferences have been more pernicious behind the scenes with demands and threats to use this information that they believe would be so publicly embarrassing to me and my wife at a difficult time that it could be used, knowingly putting my children in harm's way. So to those self-styled Christians, conservatives...
I'm still here. Hey, come back. Hey, thank you.
Allies, well, not in my book. Now, if you find yourself, I don't want to get into details, so this is going to likely be the only time I have to address this or want to address this. If you're asking yourself, hey, did X person or did Y person know? The answer is likely yes, which will be made alarmingly clear as this process of discovery continues. And it also, by the way, makes me that much more appreciative of those who did know about this and in understanding the best interests of my family, my children, kept their word and used discretion. I can't thank you enough.
I really am just so confused still. Like, why is he so hung up on, like, his children's privacy? Like, what about this would have revealed information about his children? Yeah, there's the gun on the desk. You gotta really virtue signal. He's not wearing the strappy harness thing today. He's not wearing the strappy gun. God damn it. Stop. You fucking piece of shit, dude. We go for like weeks without this problem, and then you just randomly decide to stop working correctly. Can you stop? Please. Thank you. Holy shit, dude. That's a really gay gun, by the way. It looks like mine, but mine is better because it's purple. Oh my gosh, yeah. I was just talking to my partner. We were playing Kingdom 2 Crowns last night, and I was telling him, like, the reason why I don't care to own a firearm is, like, not because I'm worried about killing myself anymore, but because of the statistical likelihood of increasing bystander deaths if I had a gun. Except that if I were to join a militia group, like, I think that joining a militia group is a good thing and, like, a good responsible gun ownership thing, but you would usually use, like, something bigger than a handgun if you were part of a militia, you know? But I have some strappy things I have some things I called strappy harnesses, but not gun holsters. And I was also telling my partner, I was like, okay, so I looked it up, y'all. In Kansas, it used to be that you required a license to conceal carry a gun and a taser. So the law changed a couple years ago to where you don't have to you do not need a permit to conceal carry a gun in Kansas, but you do still need a permit, excuse me, like $150 permit to conceal carry a taser. And my partner was like, yeah, you'll just have to open carry your taser and conceal carry your gun. And I just like cracked up. It was really funny. My 22 is better because it's teal. Ooh, okay. A teal 22. Very nice. No concealed carry permit anymore. I carry my 22 a lot. So I don't want to carry a gun, but it's literally, it would cost perhaps less money if I didn't need to get the permit. Like, sort of depends. But yeah, which also means, yeah, it just means that like I can't get the kind of taser that I want unless I get a holster for it to open carry my taser. Dumb. Need to help Lux buy a good AK. True. I'm gonna join the John Brown Gun Club.
Sincerely, I appreciate it. Won't forget it. It's pretty simple. I loved a woman so much that I married her. A woman who, despite all of this, I still love as the mother of my children. And she wanted something else for her life. That's not my choice. She simply wanted out, and the law says that that's how it works. Now, of course, look, I get it. There are multiple sides to every story, but one thing that is undeniable in this case is that it's no one's fault but my own in that I picked wrong, and that's certainly not the fault of my children. And
is it that you picked wrong? Maybe. I guess maybe it's that you picked wrong. That's like, it's so weird because on the one hand, like it comes across as though he's using language of accepting responsibility, but it's like managing to twist it back around to be like, I chose the wrong woman. Like, I chose a woman and she changed on me, or she presented a false image. She misrepresented herself to me. She decided to change. Like, it really comes across like that's, it's like a veiled way of misdirecting the responsibility. On the surface, you're saying, yeah, it's my fault. I chose the wrong person. But yeah, people grow and change. She outgrew you. Enough said. Get wrecked. I mean, I also think that it's kind of dumb to be like, I made the wrong decision. Even if, like, no matter what the circumstances are. Like, I got married when I was 18, and it's 14 years later, or something like that. I don't know. It's like 13 or 14 years later now. And, or no, hold on. We actually got married when I was 18, which means that we've been married for about 11 years now. So if we were to get divorced now, that doesn't mean that I made a mistake when I was 18 necessarily, or it doesn't mean that I picked wrong. I don't know that I could have picked more correctly at the time, Like, I don't know, like, even if our relationship ends right now, I don't know that I could reasonably say, like, oh, I regret that. I should have done differently. Like, even if our relationship ends badly, even if we're like, I fucking hate you and I don't want to ever talk to you again, like, I can't, in retrospect, say that I would have made a different choice or that I should have made a different choice or something, So, I don't know. That's just a weird kind of manipulative. It comes across really manipulative from Steven.
I will say that what's in the best interest of my children is not internet drama, speculation, certainly not blatant or veiled shakedowns or dragging their father or mother, and I can't be clear on that enough, or their mother through the mud. And to anyone who tries it, I'm no longer going to pacify, capitulate, or sidestep because I love them a whole lot more than I love you. And I will continue to do whatever is necessary to protect my children. Discussing the divorce any further on social media or on this show or in any public space is not what's best for them. I'll be handling this through the proper legal avenues and channels available as a matter of record in which I have more than full confidence. So I'd ask that you understand the need for and respect our privacy in what is obviously a pretty tough time. And I hope that none of this has to go any further than that. Now, on with the reason you're all actually...
Yeah, so he does really seem to have an underlying belief that it should not be legal for a partner to leave just because they want to. Like, that's sort of underpinning all the rest of everything else going on in there. I don't see where he has any legal standing to try to silence anyone talking about his divorce. I mean, I don't think it's any legal standing. I think he's just saying, like, I am not going to be friends with you anymore, and if I know any dirt about you, I will for sure tell people. The right is eating itself. Crabs in a bucket. Yeah, he's not doing a great job of not insulting her. So he's like, I love this woman still as the mother of my children. I'm getting like, I didn't want this divorce. Like, bro, fucking, same. Completely understand those feels. Yeah, but it's like he probably also really fucking sucks. I think that we're gonna see more and more and more of these men ending up in this situation. Like Matt Walsh, I can't imagine that Matt Walsh's wife is happy. Like Michael Knowles, if he has a wife, I can't imagine that she's happy either. Like these guys are gonna end up all terminally divorced. What if he's just using this to cover up a real secret? He could be doing this to disarm Candace Owens. Yeah, what does Candace know? What does she know? Does she know something? I think the obsession with the privacy aspect is his knowledge that his own fans have a long history of harassment and invasion, so this is his way of pleading for that to not happen to him. I don't see why it would. I guess he is basically anticipating that his audience is going to think that he's cucked and that he is no longer deserving of respect, maybe. That, like, getting a divorce, like having your wife leave you specifically is something that really undermines the sort of vision of power that conservative men try to exude. Matt Walsh ain't a good lover. No shot. Yeah, a lot of these guys are probably just like, yeah, roll over and let me nut. Don't look at me. And then that's the whole thing, you know? I bet dollars to donuts he never helped with the kids or the housework, and his ex simply felt she could do better without him. Maybe. I mean, she's definitely going to get alimony. He makes way too much money for her to not get some kind of payment. If she has been like a primarily full-time mom, I don't know if that's the case per se, but I bet if she keeps the kids that she's going to get the child support payment and stuff. They usually groom their spouses so they aren't happy but won't know any other life. I guess that's the fundamental question. What's the age difference on all these people? What's the age difference between Matt Walsh and his wife? How old were they when they started talking? Matt puts a sheet over his wife's face while he pulls up trans porn on his phone. He has her, you know, he goes for the back shot and then he just tapes a picture of a hentai trans girl to her back. And that's how they do it. That's how they get through it. Slander. Ridiculous. It's Blair. Get a picture of Blair. A tramp stamp of Blair. All these guys are having their wives get fucking tramp stamps of Blair White's face so they have somewhere to come. Those silly fucking shit that we talk about on this show. The Church of the Gawk. Yeah, she specifically said that she wasn't going to get bottom surgery, didn't she? Oh my gosh. We yawning. Gawk worshipping, as it were, truly. So, okay, we've been streaming for about 2 hours now, and I have a question for you. Have any of you gotten an ad since the start of this stream? Because there is a brand new function that I did not see the last time I went live, where there is now a thing that says, do you want us to insert ads randomly in your video during your stream, like the way that Twitch does? And I got one. Not gonna lie, I use an ad blocker. That's okay. I haven't gotten an ad. No worries. I did see a little thing pop up at one point that said, I didn't know you did ads. Should I whitelist you on my ad block? I mean, I would generally say that if you're on YouTube... Oh, there it actually just says ads will run shortly for some viewers. Yeah, so I would generally recommend, because of how YouTubers make their money, is really, I would say you should get YouTube Premium, excuse me, or at least turn off your ad block, because you know, YouTube Premium allows us to get paid even when our content gets demonetized or age restricted, stuff like that. I typically only see them if I'm behind on stream and skip ahead. Okay, interesting. So yeah, I decided to try out that function and see if it would work, because I don't really remember to click the button when I'm on streams. So during my streams, I don't really make passive money in that way that you normally do, kind of just make passive money through ads and stuff on videos and things. There, it just said ads inserted, so maybe it did a little one. I've only had ads on your streams when I go away and then come back again. Premium is so worth it. Yo, having a downloads list, being able to shut off the screen while you're listening to a video, it's so good. I've gotten viruses from ads too many times to trust not having an ad blocker of some kind, so I just run ad blocker and tip when I can. Can you get viruses from ads just running, or do you click it? How much is premium? Premium's like 10 or 12 bucks per month. But, I mean, honestly, Mersh, you already support directly through Patreon, so I would say, like, unless you find that the ad experience on YouTube is kind of intrusive, like, don't, for my benefit, spend another 10 bucks on YouTube Premium. YouTube Vance does all of that for me for free. True. Some ads create auto pop-ups. Ugh, gross. Speak of the devil, just got an ad. Yeah, well, I saw the little thing that came up that was like, we are going to post an ad soon. You can click this to click cancel if you want. I don't pay much attention to ads for the most part. Yeah, me neither at this point. But I also pay for YouTube Premium because it is, I mean, can you imagine like trying to watch a streamer and then the streamer gets like an unskippable 1 minute long ad while they're trying to like do their content? Like, oh my fucking god, there's no way. Absolutely no way. So, god, the Florida thing is next. That's the next thing on the docket. That's the next thing on the list. That's the next little bit on the list. There's actually so much stuff left that we could talk about. Steven Crowder gets divorced on. There we go. Yeah, what if your content is reacting to another stream and they have long ads? Long adception. Florida's next on the docket. I even use a blocker to skip sponsor sections in videos. I guess it's like they've already been paid. Like the you know, but it's like, I'm also not sure if that can damage the likelihood of getting another sponsorship later on. Like, if people really consistently skip your video, like the specific part of your video where the ad is showing, are there technically fewer eyeballs that they'll be willing to pay for? I don't know. These, like, I understand that as viewers, ads are annoying to you, but it's also like, I have to care about that because that's how I make money. And so I recognize that other people make money. Some sponsorships don't even pay until a certain amount of people have signed up. Oh, I did not know that. Oh, no. It's not just annoying, it's literally propaganda. I mean, I guess so. Like, I guess, like, all advertisements are some degree of propaganda. But in that case, I also do propaganda. Like, me hanging out in Vosh chat and typing so that people can see my name in there, like, that, like, sort of advertisement is also, like, propaganda, because I'm saying, like, hey, come hang out with me. Like, acknowledge that I'm a creator in this space and come hang out in my stream. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like, hard to determine what's condemnable once you're in that situation. and you're like, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna make money, it's toxic for my brain no matter what. My brain just says, please no. Listen, I try to minimize my exposure to advertisements as well. I just can't, like, I can't bitch about sponsorships. It's also disproportionately harder for people with neurodiversity. In what way? I was kind of under the impression that certain types of neurodiversity made it so that advertisement was less effective. But yeah, I mean, I remember my partner complaining about this before, being like, I spend $10 a month on premium. I don't want to see ads. And it sucks that the sponsorships like are cutting into the video time and I have to like skip them. Oh gosh, how is this gonna go? Did it work? Did the sound work? Did I just not hear it? I think I missed it. Or it didn't make sound. Did it not come up? It didn't work? Oh no! RIP. Oh, thank you for the donation though, Peanut Butter Blondie. Oh no, I'll have to tinker with it. I wasn't sure if it was gonna work or not. Oh, that's annoying. Well, that's a bummer. If YouTube paid their creators more, sponsorships wouldn't be such a huge thing. I mean, I guess that's fair. Oh man, that's annoying. That sucks. Thank you for the dono, but oh man, that's obnoxious. Maybe it'll work for the next one, because I changed a setting really quick. And I don't know if that'll, whoa, I don't know if that'll make a difference. 3166. I don't know if we're gonna do Tummy Tuesday today or not. Remains to be seen. Okay, now that's all updated and cute. Perfect. It does promote corporatism, which is political inherently. I guess that's fair, yeah. Status quo promotion. Oh, the roast is starting to smell like roast. Oh my god, smell-o-vision. I wish that you guys had it. You would get so hungry though. But yeah, status quo promotion is still propaganda. Most propaganda is all about making people think their ideology is the norm, so it becomes ingrained. I mean, there's a reason why I haven't done sponsorships. Part of the reason is because the channel is super small, and I've legitimately gotten spam before. I've received spam of someone pretending to be NordVPN and things like this. But yeah, it's like, how would I even handle taking a sponsorship? I have no idea. My content is live streamed, and then I post the content, so I don't know. I'm so about to stop eating as much vegan stuff as I do. You and all my people talking about roasts and crap. You just gotta, like, every once in a while. Like, you can break the rules every once in a while. Just like I eat vegan every once in a while. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go get these little vegan pretend chicken nuggets, and I'm gonna eat them. And they're delicious. And then I have a little vegan meal. I just ate, so I'm not hungry. Food coma, exercise, plasma dono today, and my comfy chair might mean I pass out. Hold on, did it work this time?
Blocking your ads.
Give me the earbud.
3 also, my sprinkler goes like this. And comes back like key.
It did not do the second one. And comes back like tea. Oh, well, I'm glad it worked that time. That was good. Thank you, Darth Gently, for the $6.66. Sawi for blocking your ads. Yeah, if you donate $6, that pretty much makes it acceptable. Yeah, like, even if you donated $1, If you donated $1, that would be probably more money than all of your ad views could be for 3 months. If you donate $1 every 3 months, then you are officially no longer needing to feel bad about using ad blocker. Might have to put spaces between the T's. I think it was the fact that the E was at the end. It made it just say T. I wish I could come back like T. True. Okay, yes, I was about to change this thingy. Oh my god, now I need a calculator because I don't want to do anything in my brain. Nope. Please cease and desist. Did I do the thing again? It went away. Sorry, it went away, but now it's back. Purple names for 3 months is 96. Super proud of the purple name. Yeah, purple name is 96 for 3 months. There's a guy that worked at McDonald's with me a couple years ago who claimed he was vegan, and then he eats a double cheeseburger. I mean, the question is, like, veganism is an identity, right? Are you a vegan? Like, when do you become a vegan? Is it after you haven't eaten any animal products for like 1 hour? When you haven't had it for 3 days? Like, do you not get called, like, do you not get to call yourself a vegan if someone serves you a latte with regular milk in it? Like, if you accidentally consume, or if you, out of necessity, you're like, there's literally nothing else that I could eat. But like, realistically, vegan is an identity. It's about like, you know, what you're prioritizing and what choices you're trying to make. If you do intermittent fasting, you're a vegan all the time, except for when you're actively eating. True. Vegan is ethics, so it depends on adopting the ethical principles, not the space of time. Everything else is plant-based. Also, mistakes happen and don't make you less vegan. Been vegan for 12 years and made mistakes before. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, these aren't questions that I actually feel are, like, questions, per se. It's, like, because obviously the answer is vegan is something you identify as, and, like, it's about you trying to stick to that and not so much about you, like, 100% sticking to that, you know? Like, it's not about being a purist. It's just about having, like, a certain code of ethics that you try to follow. I explain to people that I try to eat meals according to vegan rules as much as possible, but I don't call myself vegan. That's fair. When you decide to stop eating animal products is when you become vegan. Kind of like being sober or quitting smoking. Yeah. Morally, I am a vegan. I agree completely with the ideals. However, I fail at this most days. I can't do it. I'm practically a carnivore. Yeah, Mersh, you have, like, some stomach issues that make food tough to figure out, right? Different from diet like vegetarian or other diets, veganism, I think, has an ideological background. Yeah, so it's like vegan is something you identify as. Hello, Drake and Chrissinger. What an interesting name. Welcome to the website. We appreciate you coming to hang out with us. This is the website where we stream, and we stream, and we stream. The debate about honey always drove me nuts because it'd be like, is X vegan? I don't know or really care if it's vegan. What I care about, is it moral? Yeah, we actually did talk about this a while back, and someone sent me a video that I can't remember if I ended up actually watching it, but there's like a question about whether honey is vegan, you know? And it's like, it sort of depends on what your priorities are. I think that you could be vegan and maybe even eat animal products that are, like, responsibly sourced, you know? Like, I don't think that there's anything... I really don't understand what would be non-vegan about eating free-range chicken eggs. If you just have chickens in your yard and you eat their periods, the eggs are the periods of the chickens, then just fucking go for it, you know? That was me. Can send again if you need it. Yeah, it's in my YouTube history as well. I can always double check on that. But regardless, I'm not trying to get on a big fucking veganism thing today. We're supposed to talk about Florida kidnapping trans kids. That's the next thing on my story for tonight. Personally, I do believe it's possible to have a symbiotic relationship with animals for things like eggs, milk, and honey, but most of what we currently have is not that. There's no legal requirements when marketed as free range. Yeah, I mean, it's just like... So it literally is just marketing to get you to spend more. That's not what I meant, Violet. I'm just saying, like, if you have your own chickens, like, I understand that there's no legal... That's... Okay. Corporate whatever is always going to be bullshit. I meant, like, locally. If you locally have chickens, and you know that there's nothing unethical happening to them, like, and, there's no cocks around, so they're just, like, unfertilized chicken eggs. I really don't know why vegans would have an issue with that, you know? But, like, any factory-produced eggs, like, even if they say free range, they can just claim that as part of their marketing. Yeah, for sure. A vegan tried to tell me that my having a cat was unethical. She literally had 2 dogs. And she was like, well, that's different. They need me. Your cat could survive out on her own. Oh, no. And I was like, bitch, your dogs are literally pit bulls in good health. My cat is on Xanax. She wouldn't last a week. Yeah, it's not like there's a reason that you're supposed to keep your cats inside. It's not like there's a reason, you know, that, like, cats who are indoor-outdoor cats have a lower life expectancy than indoor cats. Whatever. Fucking stupid, dumb bullshit, moron. True, land back. True, true, true. Delicious. So yummy. My neighbor has chickens and one of them likes to escape. So every once in a while I have to pick her up and throw her over the fence. Oh my god, what a cutie patootie. I think chickens are actually horrendous animals. I think they're awful. If you let your cats out, I hate you. Sorry, not sorry. They are called domestic cats for a reason. Cats not only can't survive on their own in our current society, but the ones that do destroy the ecosystems they are released into. Don't let your animals outside. Like your cats, don't let your cats outside. It's stressful for them. They're in danger of getting hit by a car or attacked by a dog. Like, imagine every time you let your cat outside, just imagine your cat getting brutally killed by a dog. It's not good. Don't the eggs come out their butts as well? They have one hole. It's called the cloaca. Their eggs come out of it. Their pee poop comes out of it. Their pee poop is like a combo. It's like, I don't really think that they just pee. I think it's always like some combination of pee and poop. Yes, exactly. And outdoor cats are harmful to native bird populations. I think among eggs, there's a chance of some eggs being fertilized, but don't reach maturity. I think there's no way to know if it's fertilized or unfertilized. If there's no cock around, then all of the eggs are going to be unfertilized. Just don't have a rooster. And then all of the eggs are unfertilized. It's not like they can fucking do parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis is such a great term and such a good concept. It's amazing. Pee poop. Yeah, pee poop. Okay, I need to run to the bathroom. Deliberately saying cock instead of rooster. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Dicks, true. Enjoy your dicks, okay? Behave while I'm gone. Be good, boys and girls, and others. The cloaca has a urethra, anus, and either vaginal canal or penis. Oh, and then it kind of just converges in the one hole. They've got like all these different things, and they're just like, and then they converge. Gross. Anyway, I'm gonna go pee really fast, and I'll be back soon. And behave, because we're about to talk about Florida. So if you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button really fast. And I'll be back in like 2 minutes. All right. Y'all, it smells so fucking good. It smells so delicious in here. Yummy, yummy. In my tummy. Yummy, 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 yummy in my tummy. Okay. Hello, mother. Hello, father. Let's not get on that, okay? Cloaca, new bottom surgery just dropped. Oh my god, I posted something in the Discord recently. Where was it? It was like a memes and pics. Yeah. I saw this picture and was like, new bottom surgery just dropped. The sausage guillotine. Yummy. That's my automatic circumciser. Perfect. Anyway, moving on. Moving forward. It's time for Florida now. Yeah, just the tip. It's fucked up, dude. It's fucked up, dude. According to a 2013 study, free-ranging domestic cats kill from anywhere between 1 to 3.5 billion birds and anywhere from 6 to 2.2 billions of mammals annually, and that's only the USA. Yeah. Off with their head! Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, you should see this piece of pizza. This piece of pizza that I had. If you don't follow me on Twitter, these are the kind of shenanigans that you're missing out on. I was like, I should call him. Anyway. Random interesting news. There's going to be showings of the Super Mario Bros. Movie with the Japanese dub in American and Canadian theaters this weekend. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, mushroom in your mouth. Delicious. And Mama Mephistopheles, I was originally thinking of this as like, this was the head of the penis, you know? But Mama Mephistopheles was like, someone forgot to circumcise your mushroom. And I was like, oh, LOL, this part does look like an uncircumcised penis. That's true. Could work either direction. Pretty good stuff. Da 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 da. I'm getting my notes ready for Florida. Nah. Why does the stream say it's not available on YouTube? Does it? Where does it say it's not available on YouTube? I'm still live, right? I think. What happened? It's still showing me that everything's fine, so... But there's been a drop in viewers, which is weird. It's a little bit early in the night to have a drop in viewers like this. Quite strange. Very strange. Well, let's get to fucking talking about Florida then. Let's actually cash in on the promises that I've made today. It says it's not available on my app. I think it was dropped from YouTube Advanced. Maybe. It's like not able to block my randomly placed ads now. Strange. Well, anyway, as usual, here we are talking about Florida again. And this is not even the only thing that I need to talk about from Florida this past week. It's absurd that Florida is just the nexus of fascism in this country. It's like the lodestone where all of the transphobia is just erupting out, you know? So they've been trying to make it progressively more illegal to provide youths with gender-affirming care. They've made adults on Medicaid unable to get gender-affirming care. Just continuously making things worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. One of the things that they've done to make things worse is they're advancing a bill which could separate trans kids from affirming parents. Now, we may have discussed this already previously, but I'm coming back to it because this continues moving forward. You know, Florida House of Representatives approved 3 anti-LGBTQ plus bills on Wednesday. When was this written? This was from April 21. So not very long ago. The lawmakers in the lower house of the state legislature voted 82-31, approving an amended version of this bill, first introduced in March by Republican Senator Clay Yarborough. The bill would classify gender-affirming care for minors, including puberty blockers and hormones, as a form of, quote, serious physical harm, which courts could cite to justify temporarily, quote, taking physical custody of the child during custody enforcement hearings. So this is essentially opening the door to any trans kid, if there's any question of custody, like if the parents are going through a divorce or anything like that, during custody enforcement hearings, physical custody of the child by the state could be taken if the kid is being provided with any form of gender-affirming care that has been outlined in this bill. Also prohibits state funds from being used to provide gender-affirming care, directs the State Board of Medicine to adopt emergency rules regarding trans minors already receiving care, adding to the ongoing atmosphere of confusion about those rules in Florida. So the Board of Medicine already declared that trans minors shouldn't be on the care, but I guess they had it grandfathered in to where if you were already on it, you were allowed to stay on it, but now they're trying to change that. Prohibiting state funds from being used to provide gender-affirming care, that always means, like, when you're saying state funds, if you don't realize, state funds usually means like Medicaid and Medicare. Like, those are disbursements that the government gives, you know? So if a hospital is taking money from Medicare and they are also providing gender-affirming care, like, they may very well have their ability to provide gender-affirming care taken away because there is like a risk of them losing their license and losing their funding. Or sorry, not losing their license in this case. In this case, it's like this hospital will no longer be able to work with Medicaid or Medicare if they provide gender-affirming care. So it's just a way of sneakily getting them to stop providing it. But anyway, that's not the main focus of today's topic, because we've already talked about that a bit in the past, but like, yeah. So apparently some of the most egregious provisions have been removed, such as the bill would previously allowed courts to unilaterally modify out-of-state custody agreements, effectively giving a green light to unsupportive parents to move their children to Florida to prevent them from accessing gender-affirming care. So yeah, even in this mitigated format, the proposed legislation is one of the most extreme anti-trans bills in the country. Bill is now returning to the Senate, so it's not really clear what's going to happen going forward, I guess, with this. But as per usual, I want to draw attention to the fact that when a fascist takeover is happening, they don't need your legislative permission. They don't need to push things through the legislature. They can do fucked up shit completely outside of that realm. So is this only going to apply to trans kids? What about cis kids on puberty blockers? How are they claiming it's harmful to just the kids they don't want to exist? Well, okay, so that is the one thing that might lead this to not succeed in the courts, is if, you know, if you declare that this medicine is safe for precocious puberty, but is not safe for gender affirming care, then that might be the thing that breaks all of this when it does go through the courts. We'll see. But that's not the point. The main point is that in the meantime, while they're trying to pass these laws, they also do things outside of the legislative process. For example, there was a protest at the Florida legislature. Trans kids, like some parents brought their trans teenagers to protest, and those children were effectively kidnapped. And now I don't know what the most recent details on it. We will have to discover during this segment, because I don't have like a most updated link on this, like as to what happened afterwards. But Florida lawmakers have been accused of kidnapping trans children after a defiant protest against anti-trans laws in the House of Representatives. So on Wednesday, April 19, a TikTok video was shared on Twitter which showed parents separated from their children while at the Florida legislature. And this is that video. Let me pull up the headphones here. So here's what happened to the Florida legislature.
The youngest one is like 12, and the youngest one 12.
I believe what's happening here is that the children are inside behind those doors, and the doors have been shut, and the parents have been shut outside. Like, that seems to be what's happening. They're just like screaming, "Let them go." And that's not very effective. These guys are just standing there. Please play the video. Come on. Come on, girl. Catch up. Come on, girl. Why are you just suddenly not working? I really don't have the patience for this right now. Cannot skip forward in the video. Will not work. Okay, great. Okay, this is gonna work a little bit better on Twitter, I guess.
In the Florida State Capitol, of the House of Representatives in the Florida State Capitol. So if you go in through these doors, it's actually the gallery where we're allowed to be as citizens and constituents. Kidnappers! 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 Parents are here. There's one of them.
So the children are in the gallery, like, which is the balcony, kind of overseeing the whole room. And I guess the kids are just in there.
Parents are here. There's another guardian. There you go. I believe the youngest one is like 12, and the youngest one 12.
Okay, like, I'm sorry, but why are you standing there chanting, "Let them go"? Like, I'm sorry, but why do either of these two people still have teeth right now? Like, that's my question. Like, why do either of these smug bastards still have teeth? I think that they shouldn't have teeth anymore. Like, first of all, how are you as a parent gonna do some stupid fucking shit, like take your transgender child to the nexus of fucking fascism in America and, like, let them be taken custody of by the state? And then you're not, like, retaliating physically? I guess they may have guns. Like, what are two guys with each of them having a handgun, maybe? Like, each of these two guys, the worst that they could have on them is a handgun. What are they going to do against an entire crowd of 20 people who decide to start bashing their heads against the fucking floor? Like, this is the question that I have. I don't know. Let's finish this video, though.
if you are in a red state, if you are in any state that is implementing these kind of laws, you need to stop taking your trans children to any kind of state house, any kind of government building. You need to stop taking them there. You need to start implementing your time to get the F out of here plan.
She knows.
If you don't have one, it's time for you to get one. Missouri already has a tattletale website, and now Florida is straight up kidnapping people on live stream. Where the F is our government?
Yeah, I mean, these are questions that we have. Yeah, the parents and their children were at the House of Representatives in the state capital, Tallahassee, on Tuesday 18 to protest this bill, which would see medical professionals banned from providing puberty blockers and hormone therapy to trans minors. A number of protesters, adults and children, threw underwear onto the lawmakers from the gallery with messages like "Not your business" and "Leave my genitals alone" written on them. Those who had thrown the underwear were detained. Parents and guardians said said minors were not allowed to enter, which is illegal, they said. They withheld the children who were queer from their parents. It's just a really fucking stupid decision to make, to take your kids to this place. And like, you should be focusing on, like, if you live in Florida, and especially if you have a trans kid in Florida, you know what you need to be doing? You need to be keeping your fucking head down. You need to keep your head down. You need to go about your business. You need to save up money. You need to start selling your belongings. You need to make your exit plan and get the fuck out of there. Don't take your child to the state house, you moron. These are the people who still believe in using our institutional processes. The silver lining is they'll never be that naive again. I hope so. But what happened? Like, did these kids end up getting released? Like, I'm trying to find what happened afterwards. I'm so glad I left Texas 6 years ago. Fuck the red. Holy shit. Like, what happened after? If anybody has any news about what happened to those kids after, like, were they arrested? Were they released back to their parents? Like, unclear. Florida, oh my god, the fucking pot roast smells so yummy. It hasn't even been going for 4 hours yet, though, so I cannot eat it yet. Yeah, here's a picture. Fascism has no place in Florida. Stop trans genocide. They like took some granny panties and wrote on them with like Sharpie or whatever. Okay, it was later explained that the protesters were detained following this underwear stunt, with the parents apparently being escorted out of the gallery where their children remained. In a follow-up video posted Wednesday, Kyle said that the parents and children were reunited while one adult protester was arrested. So this is like a TikTok video, which is gonna... Why is it so weird? Look at this embed. This embed is so fucked up. Can you send me to TikTok and let me watch the video? This isn't it, is it? Is this the video?
Be from the company of that object saying that...
No, I don't think so. I guess this link... This TikTok might have been taken down. So allegedly, only one arrest was made and the children were reunited with their parents. So I guess it's not like a whole situation where they like took custody of the kids. But the thing is that they're kind of demonstrating that they can do that. They're sort of demonstrating that they are able to do whatever they want. they are able to kidnap your children and like block you off from them. And all you can do is sit there and shout, let them go, let them go. Like, how about you fucking nut up as a parent? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I'm only an older sibling, and like, I would freak the fuck out if my teenagers were like held captive without any formal process. Like, seriously, I don't understand. I don't understand how you as a parent can just fucking mill about, how you can just fucking stand there. Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, I get that there's risk involved, but there's risk involved in just letting your child be fucking stolen from you by the fascist government of the state of Florida. Pretty absurd at this point. Should have dipped the underwear in Nutella first. Oh my god, true. They're basically saying, yeah, those are some nice kids. Shame if something happened to them, though. Yes. Like, you're live streaming. I like the fact that they're not even making any attempt to physically intimidate or like enter the space is just pathetic to me. Like, what fucking morons you were in the first place to bring your children to this event. And then like, you're like a failure as a parent on multiple accounts. You're a failure as a parent for bringing your vulnerable trans kid to this shitty environment. You're a bad parent for like just letting the state have your children and just standing there waiting, because you've just proven that they can steal your children. You've just proven that you'll fucking just stand there shouting and doing nothing. Why did they do this, though? I mean, they did this because people believe that protest is going to get them somewhere. And, like, sure, if it was cis people, and I think that, you know, I think that these kids have grown up with the idea that they should be able to protest and that will accomplish something, and that making their will known will do something. But, like, it's up to the parents to be responsible and tell them no. What's likely going to happen is that you're going to be putting yourself in unnecessary danger. And then we're going to have to deal with you being taken off to juvenile detention or some bullshit like that. Or me as a parent being arrested for neglect or something. Yeah, exactly. Taking your kids to the stronghold of the people who want to kill them. Fucking morons. Anyway. Repeat. Make your plans to get out of Florida. If you're trans, and if you have trans kids, if you're a cis parent with trans kids, get out of Florida. Sell your house. Break your lease. I don't care. You are a political refugee now. I'm sorry to be the one to inform you. If you weren't aware of it before this moment, you are a political refugee now, and you need to start acting like one. Yeah, that moment when libs realize you cannot solve every problem in the world via, quote, polite debate. So how do we protest? You protest in ways that are gonna actually get something accomplished, which is to say, don't just go scream at the State House. Like, the only forms of protest that work. Okay, if you want my advice on how to protest, I'm gonna tell you to go study the suffragettes. Go become intimately familiar with all of the different ways that the suffragettes managed to earn the right to vote. You will find that many of their tactics went beyond mere protest. This is the intended result of whitewashing MLK and villainizing Malcolm X. Oh, of course. Yeah. You mean protest doesn't work without inherent threat of violence? Certainly without some inherent threat of actually gumming up the works in some way. You know, the reason why so many Republicans tried passing laws to make it legal for you to hit someone with your car if there's a protest happening on the road is because because gumming up the roads is a damage to the economy. Like, it is a damage to capitalism. Yeah, also protesting in a place that is not a suicide mission. Like, protest, I don't know, outside the State House. Maybe outside the state house, where they can't just shut the doors and bar you from being able to access your children. Fucking morons. I hope they feel stupid. I hope those parents feel fucking stupid. Like, the level of negligence that they have just, like, I'm really, like, with everything, I'm really pissed off at the state of Florida, obviously, but those parents are fucking stupid. Really, really, really upsetting to me. I'm like, I have a trans teenager, and I'm like, I don't even want him to go speak in front of a committee meeting about this. You know, in Missouri, where they're trying to pass laws to make it illegal for minors. If he asked me, like, hey, I want to go speak in front of these things, I would be like, no. I would tell him no. He would not be permitted to go. As a parent, you have to tell your child, you are not permitted to go to this place of danger. My first inklings of feminism surfaced when I was looking at a photo of a suffragette throwing herself under a carriage. I was like, yes, I get it, I do. I hope this is the wake-up call some of these people need to realize this is not the time to fight politically. It is the time to leave. I hope. I hope. I hope you get somewhere safe. Yeah, civilization kills. I mean, I hope that I have the time that I think I have. That's the thing that's so stressful about this, is not knowing if you have the time. Like, I'm hoping that I will have time to have, like, maybe another year and a half living here before I'm really seriously thinking about moving out of the state, you know? And it's like, is that even enough? Is that even enough time? You mean the state that's getting laws passed to kidnap people even from other states kidnapped our kids in their HQ? Yeah, fucking shocked Pikachu face. Anyway, we could also talk about Representative Zephyr today, because we haven't done that so far, but I'm starting to run out of steam if I'm being honest with you all. Okay, we got Florida kidnapping trans kids. Are you considering leaving the US altogether? I just got a notification that the stream is hiccuping, so I apologize. Yeah, so Sam, I am really considering leaving the US altogether. My sort of, I'm like, my 5-year plan, I guess it's a 5-year plan. I am hoping that what's going to be able to happen is, like, I have like a 16-year-old teenager who's trans, who lives in Missouri, who needs to be taken out of that environment immediately. So I'm hoping that I can save up enough money this year and be earning enough money to afford a bigger place so that I can have him come live with me and be able to continue to have access to care, right? And then from that point, he's going to graduate high school, and I want him to get a job so that we can together be able to afford to potentially move somewhere else if we need to. Like, it's going to kind of remain to be seen, I suppose, how serious things get. But generally speaking, I'm just, like, preparing for the eventuality that we're going to move to... I know some people are moving from Missouri up to Washington. Or sorry, not up to Minnesota. That's, like, the plan for some people because Minnesota is, like, relatively inexpensive. I'm thinking I'm going to move to Washington. We'll see. And then and Washington and Minnesota are both very close to Canada. I live in Missouri and I'm making plans to move to Seattle next summer. Exactly, Jamie. Yes. If anybody is, like, in need of resources, rainbowpassage.org is a place where you could go to find some resources potentially for relocation. You can also donate, by the way. If anybody in my chat is interested in helping people relocate, if you want to donate to the Rainbow Passage, rainbowpassage.org, some people that I know have just successfully relocated someone, and they're going to continue doing that, but they need donations in order to do that. So I think that the main way that I'm going to be able to be involved with that project is by just signal boosting it and say, like, you know, if you can afford just a little donation to help relocate someone. They recently relocated someone out of Florida. So consider that. I'm trying to convince my partner. If you have a partner who requires convincing, you need to just make your own plans to get the fuck out by yourself, TBH. Like, I really don't... Like, I'm not gonna be throttled. Like, you know, I'm gonna have that conversation with my partner too, and basically be like, if you want to stay in this country, you are able to do that safely. I am not able to do that safely. Like, at this point, it's not... I don't think it's gonna be that way. Basically, it's the Rainbow Railroad. I think Rainbow Railroad has more to do with relocating from one country to another. And the Rainbow Passage is a newer thing. It's smaller. And I know personally, like, at least one of the organizers. I had a 2-year plan 6 months ago. My plan is currently being prepped for, okay, let's go now. It's very Magneto time, if you will. I have most of my home packed now. I have go trunks that are packed with things to be able to just go whenever. I don't have a go bag. I mean, like, my job is this computer. I don't even know if I really have the ability to have a go bag because of all of the shit that I would need to be able to break down and bring with me on, like, a moment's notice. I will make them artwork for their website for free if they stop using AI-generated images. You could contact them on the contact page and offer to volunteer some of your graphic design work. That would be cool. Lots of trans people live in Seattle. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the idea of going to Seattle is that you're going to be around a lot more queer people and it'll be safer. And the people that I know who live in Seattle are good for guns and stuff, you know. Can you help in other ways besides donations? Can you give transportation or host people? I don't know all the details of how they're organizing this. I would say get in touch on the contact page on the website to ask if there's anything you can offer to do to support. Like, I'm sure that they do need people to help with hosting temporarily and things like this. So, for sure. And, like, I know that they have a general contact page on their website, so you can potentially get in touch and offer to help, you know, say, you know, I live in this place, and if someone is just needing a place to be temporarily on the way to someplace else. Yeah, Forrest says Seattle is Battle Queer HQ. The Battle Queers. That's part of why I want to go there. I think it'll feel safest in terms of having that community surrounding, you know. The cost of living in Seattle is very high, though. I mean, yes, obviously, the cost of living in any coastal city is going to be quite high. I'm probably not going to live in Seattle. I'll probably live nearby because it will be less expensive. My phone is making noises. Stop it. Oh man, I can't believe that I decided to make a roast that I'm not going to be able to eat for several more hours. Oh, no. I'm going to have to, like, end the stream and eat something temporarily to, like, stave myself off because it smells so fucking good in here. Seattle is Battle Queer Station. The motherland, truly. I guess I'll try to bust out the Zoe Zephyr segment. Since it's already been like a week since this whole thing started with her, I should bust out the Zoe Zephyr segment real quick. Boston, Massachusetts is very welcoming, and our state Medicare can cover HRT and some gender-affirming care procedures. I don't know if Massachusetts has the same kind of sanctuary state thing happening, and it also is not directly adjacent to Canada, so there is that issue as well. I've been looking into moving into Capitol Hill in Seattle. I hear it's very gay. Move in with Dr. Fraser Crane for the series reboot. Oh, God. I don't want to talk about anything serious. that's already, how many segments was that are going on the channel? That's one segment going on the channel. That's probably a second segment going on the channel. And that's a third segment going on the channel. I have 3 segments already from today's stream that are probably going to need to be edited for the fucking channel. So maybe I'll wait until Thursday to talk about Zoe Zephyr. I'm so tired. I want to buy a bus and help transport people. Probably write down with sis on it. True. What, Prosy Rosie? What are you tagging me for? What do you want? Later, celebrity guest. Good night. Oh, yeah. For some reason, I thought, Mersh, that you lived in West Virginia. I don't know why. I thought that you lived in West Virginia and not Virginia. Delicious. My hair hurts. She rocks though. Do it. Come on. Okay, we really have to talk about Zoe Zephyr today. I just don't have the energy to present it for the show. From Boston, Massachusetts to Canada is only a couple of hours. Lots of folks around here go to Canada for funsies from time to time. I guess that's fair. Yeah, it's not horribly far away, but you do have to cross state lines multiple times. Oh, you were quoting me. I see how it goes. Thank you, Shade. I appreciate it. Yes, I live in regular Kansas, not Arkansas. Jamie says, I'm a Twilight nerd, and Forks is only 4-ish hours away from Capitol Hill in Seattle. Come to Canada. We have maple syrup and Tim Hortons. You ever braid your hair? I like braid my hair at night sometimes. It looks like shit, though. It's just, I just am trying to get my hair out of my face and stuff, so I'll sometimes just do a braid like this. And that's just the whole thing. It doesn't look too fancy. I can't French braid. I can't French braid to save my fucking life. I kind of understand the basic principle, but my arms get so sore after holding them up like this for a bit. So I can't really do a French braid. Like, I need to have someone else's head to practice the actual basic principle of French braiding. And then, like, I can't do that to my own head. I want to give you Viking braids. I have a friend who works at the Braiding Maidens at the Renaissance Festival, and she braids my hair sometimes when it's Renaissance Festival time. So, I don't know, maybe I'll have to take a picture of my hair when it has braids in it sometime. I don't know. My hair is so long. If I wouldn't lose my disability money marrying someone, I totally would get someone's citizenship. Can't blame you for wanting to keep your disability benefits. And you got to be careful. If you marry someone to bring them into the country and then you want to divorce them, there is additional scrutiny. I've seen it happen. There's additional scrutiny on your marriage and their permanent residency. So when you get divorced, like, you have to be careful to not have them get, like, deported back to their home country, you know? I hadn't thought that it would impact my disability if I married to get someone's citizenship. I don't know how it works in the Canada land. Because in the US, you know, you're legally considered a dependent of your partner if you're married. So you can't get disability benefits because it's understood that your partner should be paying for you completely, which is fucking stupid, but that is how it works. So that's why people say things like, oh, the disabled don't have equal rights to marriage, is because if you get married, you lose your disability benefits. So the small amount of money that you were getting, you don't get anymore. In Canada, we lose money depending on how much the partner makes. If they make above a certain amount, you lose benefits and you become a dependent completely. I don't think it is. I don't think in the US, I don't think it even depends on how much money you make. At the same time, you can't work if you're on a marriage visa. What? You literally can't work if you're on a marriage visa? Why? That's so stupid. You can get by just fine in Canada by being a permanent resident. Yeah, you can apply for permanent residency after 3 years in Canada, I think is what it is. Like after you've been living there for 3 years, you apply to be a permanent resident. Or is it after 3 years you can apply for citizenship? Yeah, Twilight isn't perfect. It's the junk food of literature, but it tastes good. It's really funny how my partner and I were teenagers when we started dating. And so, like, I think he might have actually been the reason that I read Twilight. And he would quote it at me sometimes. I don't know. It's really fucking gay bullshit. Really fucking gay. What a fucking nerd that guy is. It's literally mandated that disabled people be a financial burden on their partners. Yeah, like the situation that I'm in, y'all, is fucking crazy. So like I'm married and I'm disabled, but I refuse to try to get any disability benefits. I will not submit myself to the state that way. And also I might not even be able to get some of those benefits because I'm married. So we would get like a tax benefit. If I had made zero money last year and my partner supported me wholeheartedly, only off of his income, we would have gotten like $1,200 in taxes, or maybe even more than that. Like we would have gotten money back this year. But instead, I made about $15,000 as a self-employed person. And because I didn't pay taxes throughout the year, which I need to do this year, that's another thing that I need to be able to afford, is like start making enough money to pay my taxes throughout the year instead of when taxes are due. But like I made $15,000 and then instead of getting $1,200 back, we owed more than $2,000, you know? Like it's just really fucking stupid. And it feels like being penalized for being able to be self-employed, you know? You can become a permanent resident immediately. It takes 3 years to get citizenship. Yeah, you can tell that I did look this up at one point, but that I didn't retain all the details. So when you move to Canada, you know, yeah, there's different visas and stuff too. I don't know how it would work exactly for me to go over as a self-employed person. I guess you just have to apply for a self-employed visa. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to work in my own little apartment and I'll pay you taxes and stuff. Give me my permanent residency, please. So, yeah, it's going to be tricky. And I'm also going to be coming over potentially with 2 teenagers who don't really have, like, skills and need to go to college. Anyway. I have to update my passport. I got it before starting transitioning. Yeah, I'm going to have to go through the process of getting a passport this year. I think I'll probably be able to afford it relatively soon. It's just, I just got to figure out this tax situation with owing a bunch of money. That's a small amount. Surprised you were taxed so harshly. My mother made what you did and she did not have to file taxes at all in Virginia. However, she was in her 80s. It might have been exemption due to her age, etc. You need to see a good tax preparer next year. It's because I didn't pay any of my taxes last year as a self-employed person. And I owe more taxes than most people because I don't have an employer who pays half of it. Like self-employment, you get taxed 15% of your income because normally your boss is paying your Social Security tax and your Medicare tax, you know? I will say immigrating to Canada is significantly easier than immigrating to the US. I would not be surprised that would be the case. Can you talk more about not wanting to submit yourself to the state for benefits? Sure. Yeah, I mean, you have to have physical examinations by the state. You have to have a bunch of documentation, and the state has to go through and say, yes, you are disabled enough to be able to get disability benefits, except usually what happens is you get denied the first time, and then you have to appeal and keep appealing until you get approved. And additionally, you are submitting yourself to the state in another way, in the sense that you don't get to have a decent income if you're getting disability benefits, you can't have assets beyond like $2,000, right? Like, which I think when it comes down to it, I think that effectively means that you can't own any property because you have assets in excess of $2,000. Like, you literally are not allowed to have more than $2,000 in your bank at one time. So if you like sell your car for cash and you suddenly have $8,000, you will lose your disability benefits. They keep tabs on your bank account. If it goes above that amount, you will lose your disability benefits. Like, the United States is fucked up about this. Okay, my phone made a noise. I had to check and see what that was. Well, you typed it wrong. It's rainbowpassage.org, not ranbowpassage.org. Let me double check that this is the correct link, though. I'll make sure that it is the correct one. Let me go to the Rainbow Passage. Yeah, it's rainbowpassage.org. It looks like this. This is the website that I'm friends with Don't Ooh My Oh Whoa, who is one of the main organizers of this. If this website enables you to, like, yeah, there's a little help page. You can help by subscribing to the coffee, or if you cannot do recurring payments, you're welcome to donate to the GoFundMe, which is because in the meantime they're applying for 501c3 tax exempt status. It's like, this is the website. Maybe they have better disability benefits in Washington. In New York, they still monitor your accounts, but you get a lot of random little supports that add up. Yeah, I just really don't want my finances to be scrutinized in that way. I want to have the ability to be successful. And so that's one of those things, as if you apply for disability, you literally like lose, oh my God, my brain just fucking, like, you lose the ability to be successful as a self-employed person. You can't invest in a hobby and start making money. You would be punished as a person on disability. You made just enough to be, to miss the federal poverty level. That's why you were taxed. Yeah, I mean, and we also filed our taxes together. So our combined income was obviously higher. And like, so as a married couple, my partner and I are just at that place where we no longer qualify for the earned income credit. And we don't qualify for most of those tax benefits anymore. We only can take our standard deduction as married people. And since we don't have kids or anything, like, we are just taxed like almost as bad as single people. Like, it's really pretty fucking stupid, actually, how much tax they expect. And like, you know, we don't make a crazy amount of money. Combined, we still make less than $100,000, significantly less than $100,000. And I mean, yeah, I think like together we made barely over 50K with his like full-time job making good money. And yeah, it's weird. You're just at that point where you are apparently no longer deserving of assistance. It's just really surreal that someone would use so many AI-generated images for such a serious cause. They are on everything, even the coffee and GoFundMe. The last time I saw this many AI images on something, it was a scam, and I get super big red flags. Well, it's not like they have a budget to hire a graphic designer. So if a graphic designer, yeah, hello, Amy/Rev, whoever is here today. Yeah, if someone has graphic design background and they want to donate some of their time to help create those graphics, then the necessity for using AI wouldn't be there. But it's like, if you need to get the website up immediately and start helping people, you know, which is the goal. So I'm just doing my part by raising awareness and saying that you can donate. Oh my goodness. Rainbowpassage.org. I am a tired boy. Aren't you comforted by knowing that Elon doesn't have to pay anything in taxes? Our precious national billionaire Bean. Yeah, I'm so comforted by the fact that Jeff Bezos paid 0 taxes last year. Yeah, I've been telling people that, Donawu my OO, like, we successfully moved our first client a week ago. Yeah, was it someone who was, like, in Florida and living with unsupportive family, and now they're in a more supportive environment? The meetings are always on Sundays, and I can't be there, so sometimes I just, like, skim over the meeting minutes. Gotta hate capitalism. Amen, right? Capitalism is great. We love it. It's so good. It's like if my partner and I were to buy a house, suddenly we get to fucking write off our fucking mortgage, but I can't write off my rent. Like, just, it's so dumb how many tax breaks and incentives there are for people who are already marginally successful, you know? Like, you have to already be marginally successful. I wish I could be helping. I need to get on board with all that stuff, but I am packing myself to move. Yeah, no, seriously. I get, like living in Ohio near the toxic waste, if you live in a place where you're already unsafe and everything and you can't afford to help, like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm not sitting here donating to the Rainbow Passage. I'm plugging the Rainbow Passage because I cannot afford to help. There has to be a breaking point for people across the country. The cost of living for most people is way too high. Yeah, I keep feeling that way. I keep thinking that. And I mean, then you look at something like how black people have been treated for the course of this whole country's history. And like, even within the past 10 years, the like violence that we've seen on display. And it's like, if I were black, I would have fucking lost it by now, though. Like, I don't understand how black people as a community haven't fucking lost it. Is there something like, there can't be something unique about trans people that like we are becoming more militant now, as opposed to like the broader cisgender and trans black community. Like, I don't know. It can't be stressed enough that the punitive approach to welfare prevalent in Anglophonic countries is actively damaging economically. There are loads of studies now showing that the knock-on effects of stress, ill health, and poverty far outweigh any savings. The cruelty is quite literally the point. They don't want people who are like unstressed and have resources, you know. The fewer resources you have, the less you can fight back. If you don't have any money, then you can't sue. If you're undernourished, then you can't fight back physically. Yeah. So don't know my OO. If I have people, when I talk about Rainbow Passage, there are people who are like, can I offer my graphic design skills, or can I offer my programming skills for any of that kind of thing? Like, should I just tell people to go to the contact form on the website and to like see if they can get involved that way? Because obviously there are people who can't spend the money. But people still want to be able to contribute, you know? My partner and I got kicked off Snap because I got a slightly better paying job. Meanwhile, my sister-in-law gets so much money in Wix, she literally can't spend it all. We gotta all just help each other out. Yeah, I've heard that Snap is fucking awful in Missouri. Did you say you were in Missouri, or was that Jamie? I know that, like, I know some folks who live in Missouri, and they've said that they don't qualify for benefits. And I'm like, how do you not qualify for benefits? You have so many children. Yeah, glad we got people looking at the minutes. Yeah, I check them out when I can because I always stream during the Sunday meetings. I'm in New York City. Oh man, I would have assumed that New York City would have been halfway decent. I make a decent amount of money in food stamps. Like, they give me a good amount of money, enough that, like, I am not running out at the end of it, right? The theory of economic inequality caused by the cost of poverty is actually named after a Terry Pratchett line. I think I know what this is. The Boots Theory! The Boots Theory. Yes. It's from one of his books. It says that Vimes earned $38 a month plus allowances. A really good pair of leather boots cost $50. But an affordable pair of boots, which were okay for a season or two and then leaked like hell when the cardboard gave out, only cost about $10. A man who could afford $50 had a pair of boots that'd still be keeping his feet dry in 10 years' time, while the poor man who could only afford cheap boots would have spent $100 on boots in the same time and would still have wet feet. Yeah, you were a little bit behind. No worries, though. Yeah, and there was another one that I saw, that was kind of related to this, wasn't it? Oh no, my brain just blanked out. The Adderall is wearing off. Oh yeah, it was Tay Zonde. Was it Tay Zonde? Tay Zonde dentist? What did he say on Twitter? Yes! Tay Zonde, Chocolate Rain, said, being poor now just leads to being more poor later. Can't pay to clean your teeth? Next year, pay for a root canal. Can't pay for a new mattress? Next year, pay for back surgery. Can't pay to get that lump checked out? Next year, pay for stage 3 cancer. Poverty charges interest. Like, dude, poverty charges interest. I'm worrying about helping people. Oh, talking about IP. Yeah. I probably would have just chosen to have a blank looking website instead of using AI generated. Like, I probably would have just slapped together some gradient background stuff instead of using AI generated stuff. But I mean, that's just me personally. I'm not going to condemn the use of AI imagery in setting up a website that is just trying to, like, it's an emergency website setting up to help people immediately, you know? But I do think that we have had some interesting conversations on stream, and there are interesting conversations to be had about AI generated art. And I mean, I personally am firmly of the opinion that it's deeply unethical. Who would have thought the Chocolate Rain guy would still be spitting so hard all these years later? I mean, isn't Chocolate Rain in and of itself about racial inequality? Folks think, like, oh, it's a funny little song. But no. Yeah, and the Rainbow Passage is centrally located in Pennsylvania. That's kind of how they're trying to help relocate people into the Pennsylvania area. And then that'll sort of concentrate the number of queer people there to then make the decisions to, like, move out of that place. Rotsoy, nobody in here is like, AI is good. It's just like, is it morally acceptable to slap a website together really quick in the service of getting people, like, is $5 to AI, if someone paid $5 to generate some AI images to put together their website for getting people out of the genocidal states that they live in. You know what I mean? Like, if we're weighing human lives, physical human death against like copyright and AI generated imagery, like this is just not the moment to have this conversation. Like, this is like a deeply inappropriate moment to have the AI conversation, you know? Yeah, the more people we can get involved, and then if you get involved and you help with the Rainbow Passage and you end up in Pennsylvania there, then you can put those like, you know, that you can put those resources toward helping more and more and more people, you know? But yeah. Shit do be crazy. It do be a wild time. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for hanging out, even though when the streams kind of lose energy a little bit. And everybody who's donated, it really does help like a shit ton. It makes things easier knowing that like it'll be tough, but I still have like a community of support there, you know? It's a tough time. And we're gonna see if we can make it through. I'm getting really, really, really tired, actually. So I'm gonna chill and probably play some video games or something and relax for the rest of my evening. And maybe do some Photoshop so that I have videos that can be uploaded tomorrow. And then I have fucking therapy tomorrow. Oh my god. I'm gonna be so tired. So I'm gonna get out of here. If you want to call me baby. So go to https://rainbowpassage.org. You can get info on there. You can find the links to donate if you're able to donate and help. Or if you are a person who is in need of help, use their contact page. Get involved. I'm off to play Honkai Star Rail when it released in 40 minutes. Ooh, that's exciting. I'm going to play Kingdoms tonight, I think. I'm going to play Kingdom. It's been a minute since I played this, so yeah. Have fun, everybody. Be safe and be good, and be safe and be good, and be safe and be good. And furthermore, be safe and be good.